Oh, it's doing that now. Gosh, dang it. Freaking camera!
It's like the equivalent of hearing yourself echo on a phone call. It's very trippy. Oh, there. It stopped. Dang it.
And it's back to being a little blown out. All right, well, I guess that's just the way it's going to be. A little blown out.
Take it we're live?
Yeah, we're live. Hi, Bean. Bean's here to help me, cameraman.
All right.
Quit touching the
I
camera,
trust Bean.
Oh, that's good.
So how is everybody doing today?
Yeah, it keeps going. Cause I had it set for different. It keeps reverting. I'm doing pretty good. I'm fighting with the camera, which is a little fun. I guess my good old workhorse, my Panasonic GH4, is like, yeah, I'm tired, dude. You've had me on more than off.
Hey, is that good?
Yeah, that is good though.
That's a good problem.
It is.
Does that mean there's stuff coming up? I'm sorry, I'm being nosy.
No, it's okay. I was actually looking at the costs of replacing it, and to get so this is a GH4. My good friend Neil originally gave me a GH3. He ended up giving me a GH4 because it could do 4K.
What's crazy is, like, I really like the work from GH4s, specifically that one. That one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, never.
No, it's okay. So now I suppose I need to go find like a nice, good, used GH5 or GH6 because the GH7 is the current camera. So it's like
they showed a feature-length film on an iPhone 5. I feel like we've hit
yeah.
We're good.
We're good. And the reason why I want to stick with the Panasonic GH series, for all of you who don't know, there's a very specific reason. The Panasonic GH series of cameras.
Hi, Bean. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna have him not step on your foot.
You booped me pretty hard. Not in a bad way. I'm just
that's
hi.
Good. The GH series of cameras will record for as long as there's media in the camera. The majority of the DSLR style of cameras have a time limit, usually of about 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 20. Like
that short?
Yeah, that's short. Because at that short, it's only paying the tariffs to enter the country as a photography camera and not as a video camera.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So, yep. So Panasonic go ahead and has that tacked on, pays that, however that works. I pay that if I buy a new one. But the camera you get will record for as long as there's media in the camera, and it won't auto shut down, which the others will as well. If it isn't actively recording, the other ones, there's probably settings to fix it. But I've ran into where they will auto shut down after a certain amount of time. The GH7 at least has, I think, 13 stops of aperture, 13 grades, whatever. And the really awesome Sony A7, where you can take it outside and shoot with a full moon, as your light source, has, I think, 14 or 15, so it's close.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Just got to think about where I started taking beginning photography class.
I just saw the thing flicker.
Jump.
Yeah. Sorry, camera's dying.
But where we were,
right,
and where we are now, because they're like, oh, digital cameras, those are just not going quite.
Right.
They weren't quite there yet.
No, you would still see it was still pixelated. It was great to get the picture back immediately, but it looked like, oh yeah, this is
yeah, like it.
But
where we are now, I love living in the future, but also it's a little dystopian.
Yeah, at this point, the future's a little dystopian.
Who are you gonna call?
The Terror Dogs. Yeah, pretty much. Let me pop out the chat. So, you've got a pretty fancy bit of footwear here, and when I was asking if last weekend if you wanted to borrow the Ghostbusters gear, you were saying you didn't think you were going to be able to because you got some new shoes.
Yeah, at that point I hadn't figured out what was wrong yet.
Oh, okay.
But
how do it's Alt? One of these is Zoom.
I don't know what keys are.
Oh man, that's weird.
Is the camera still tripping?
Yes. I'm very sorry. The camera's still tripping.
I blame Bean.
Okay. I'm alright
He
with
is our
that.
assistant cameraman for the day.
He is. He's
We
out
have
here.
to give him grace. This is his first time ever doing it, so any camera problems,
Right.
we just have to, like, it's okay. It's Bean's first day.
Yes.
And that's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's totally cool. Bean has helped out a lot in the past. He's been a PA. He's been a fly on the wall at the set. He's been a huge morale boost, but this is his first time being cameraman, so it's a new responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
we gotta be nice to Bean.
Yeah.
So any camera problems, just go, it's okay, Bean.
Yeah, it's okay, Bean. He's fighting me. It's like, no, I don't want to go on the table. I don't like
doing
being on the
camera
table.
work.
Yeah, I'm the camera guy. I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Hi, Bean. And he's way interested in what you're drinking. It's just coffee, Bean. It's also got
Don't be
chocolate
jelly bean.
in it. So yeah, don't be jelly bean. Yeah, that's more of a proper cameraman falling asleep. That's appreciated.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put you back down so you're safe.
So.
Anyways,
I broke my foot, like the exact same foot that I broke last year.
which was right around the same time, right? Because it was
Exactly.
CrockerCon last year.
Yeah, last year I was just diddle-daddling past the coffee table and I just nicked it with my pinky toe and it snapped my pinky toe, like the bone just clear through.
Like clear through.
Like clear through.
Like full on
Yeah.
total. Oh wow. I think I've fractured, but I've never cleared through.
Clear through. And it wasn't even in the thin part. It was like up towards like the thicker part. Anyways, but it was such a small bone that they couldn't do anything, so I literally just was booted up for what felt like forever.
Right.
And then, I went on this great big adventure, did all these really cool things, and then I get home, and I'm just going down the stairs for dinner, and my foot goes crack, and I hear a big pop, and I just am down on the floor at the bottom of the stairs.
You just tumbled down the
No,
stairs? Oh.
I just pranced down the stairs. I didn't
Good.
walk down the stairs, but I wasn't running down the stairs. I just was
Gazelling down the stairs.
prancing. I had too much pep in my step, just
Okay.
do down the stairs, and I hit the bottom landing, and as I turned to just go into the room, my metatarsal just popped, and I laid down, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. And then I tried stepping on it. That was not happening.
Right.
Just not happening. And then I put on my boot and I went to bed because I was like, well, I can go to the ER or the urgent care, but or I could do it in the morning after I go to sleep. So I put on a boot and I went to sleep, and then in the morning I went to a podiatrist to find out that podiatrist was like, hey, we don't do surgery on your foot and you need surgery. So I had to find another podiatrist to see me last minute, but they had to get permission from the first one before they would even accept me because of the way healthcare works, and
Yes.
it was just a huge, complicated, stupid mess. And I had surgery on Tuesday, and now I have a metal plate with like screws on either side of the fracture.
Okay, is this permanent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm part bionic now.
Okay. Congratulations.
Because I diddled down the stairs. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it just is so stupid. And all of a sudden, it's like that little vacation that I just took just got extended, but it's like not good.
Right.
So I've been bored out of my mind since
Okay,
that's happened.
because you haven't been able to go to work at all,
No,
right?
they are like. So the nice thing is I work in the rehab department of a children's hospital.
Okay.
And like everything I need for help and care is like right there.
Right there.
They're like, we can accommodate you in any way, and we are ready for you to come back. We miss you. But I have to get cleared before I can go back.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
nobody's going to let me go back. And
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, here in America, with us being left-hand drive, that's your accelerator foot. For all I know, because I haven't driven in Europe, that could be the accelerator foot. No, I have, actually.
I drive a
But
stick
still.
shift.
And you drive a stick shift, so you're using both. Yeah.
There
Was the next kind of question.
It don't matter. Like, I ain't driving for a minute. No, I know. Like, it just is what it is at this point. But yes.
Yes.
It's my right foot. And sewing machines have pedals.
That was the next question.
I have a sewing machine I can drive. Like, I have...
Your home one you can do with your fingers.
Yeah. And, like, the work one, technically... I'm ambidextrous enough that I can totally sew with my left foot.
Oh, that's good.
Especially drive a stick shift. You use both feet to operate.
For me, I can't do that because I drive a stick shift. Because the right foot is all delicate fluttering for gas and delicate for brake.
But
left foot is engage,
clutch,
engage, engage.
Yeah, very much. But you can adjust the tension of how far, like how easy that foot
mine's
pushed.
way at the very end. Like I go almost all the way down.
No, I know, but on the sewing machine I can.
No, we can do it in the car
like,
too.
Easily, but like I honestly like having to push harder on the car just because it feels like I'm doing something.
Right.
Anyways, so yeah, that's where I find myself. I walked down the stairs to go to dinner. I didn't walk. I skipped.
That's all good.
I popped.
I'm sorry. Laughing, but I'm sorry.
It's okay. I apparently have bird bones.
All right.
It snapped me like a twig. Anyways, so that's what happened, and I've been off my feet for a bit now,
So I'm seeing that you're not in a full-on proper plaster cast. You seem to have a lumpy brace and then the stretch gauze Velcro closure.
Yeah, this is post-surgery. So I had surgery right here where they cut me open to staple me together.
Gotcha.
Or drill me together.
Robo-flip.
This is my post-op dressing, and it'll get changed on the 2nd when I go into my appointment. They'll like change it up. But this is like the post-operation procedure. So it's like my knee was like orange up to here, and there was like a tourniquet spot. Like this is just me straight from the
Okay.
OR.
I do see there's some plaster bandage down here, so like the bottom of the foot probably has plaster.
This thing is solid.
Okay.
Like, thump.
Solid up the back?
Yeah, like I can't bend my knee after a certain point because this thing's solid. I have like some gauzy stuff and some other layers. There's definitely something protecting this area that's all wrapped up in here.
I can see some sort of a...
But I have not investigated further because they're like, don't leave it. So I've left it.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not that curious. I'm not ready to see quite yet, but I got some gnarly x-rays.
I have hardware in my foot.
I get to see them on Tuesday. I'm excited. Right now, I only have the x-rays showing the pop. You want to see?
Sure. Why are you getting that? Let's see. Steve D says, good evening, all. We got greetings from Dan Does Junk and Shot Gremlin. Camera's doing the thing again. Yeah.
Bean.
It blows out, zooms out, and ups the FPS. So is that what? Oh, yeah, it's dying. Cosplay Cleric says, yeah, my Nikon is like 20 minutes is all to record. Back to normal. Hopefully it stays that way. You're getting a nice foot from Steve D. And it went back to blowing out. How you doing, Odin and Felicia? Hey, Marvel guy. We just told you. Bean is a great cameraman. Thank you, Cosplay Cleric.
Yes.
So this is Bean Vision. Yeah, it's all Bean's fault. It's Bean's learning.
We give him grace.
The impressive thing is the fact that he's able to get up and reach the camera, right? That's a bit of a stretch for him.
I think that's part of the problem.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
He hasn't addressed the issue yet because his little paws can't really do much about it.
Dan Does Junk says, welcome to the club of cyborgs, Felicia. Who else all here has metal in them?
Right?
Oh.
See?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let's see. Oop, went too far.
Yeah.
So...
That's not supposed to look like that.
Yeah, I can't move the mouse cursor, but what we're looking at is, for the phone to not die, up here. I'll point out the piece of foam that shouldn't be conductive on the, but yeah, we got ourselves a...
Yeah, so now there's a little plate holding those bones back together with screws on either side, like bracing it so it can heal correctly.
Yeah, so if it was fingers, this is all the fingers. This is the exposed toe. Yeah. This is
the metatarsals.
Is the bone here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Metatarsals, right. These are carpals, right? Those are tarsals?
Yes.
Okay.
was like, wait, are we hand or feeding this one?
Right. It's like stalactite or stalagmite.
This medical terminology a lot better because I make gloves and things like that now. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about when you say number 5 metatarsal. It's not that I didn't before, but like, I know the order of the numbers, Thumb is 1.
Thumb is 1. That's my next question. This is 1, and I'm working this way out on both.
On both sides, yeah.
Okay, so 1 center on both 1. Or thumb, toe, whatever.
It's just interesting how you have your measurements and how we do things, like, sewing-wise, and then how we do things medically-wise, and when the two worlds meet.
Yeah.
And then also, what's interesting is, like, because we have to be accurate within a 16th of an inch. We don't get into 32s, but we get into 16ths of an inch.
That's not bad.
So when we say like there's
16th is just about a millimeter.
Yeah. So when we're saying like it is like 1/8, we'll have the number and then a 1.
Okay.
So if it's 1 inch and 1/8, we'll have 1 and then
1 and 1.
Yeah, like it looks like it's to the power of 1, but it's just.
Oh, interesting. So it's that like exponent type of thing.
Yeah. So if 2/8 would be the number and then 2.
Okay.
So and then if it's a 16th instead of an 8th, it is Jeez Louise! Now I'm doing math in front of you guys.
Oh, okay. So the exponent number is literally just an 8th. So 16th is going to be like a 0.5 or. Like 1.5 or no? I'm sorry. I should let her tell her own story.
Anyways, now I'm off. But anyways, we count it differently. So you're counting the 8ths or the 16ths instead of an exponent, but it looks like exponents. And then you're doing math, so you can do the math with the big numbers and then you add the little numbers, and then if it, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be better, but it's just a different way of looking at numbers. And especially when you're getting on teeny tiny fingers, and a millimeter makes a difference, but it's not a millimeter, it's a 16th of an inch. You know what I mean?
16th inch is bigger than a millimeter, but still,
Yeah, like the tapers of the fingers, like if it's in the 16ths. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way we look at them and just categorize the numbers. Anyways, it's just different. And then we add in, like, props department, they do it in centimeters.
Of course. And props being prosthetics.
Yeah, it's prosthetics, orthotics, pediatric orthotics.
Pediatrics,
Anyways, they do it in centimeters, and it's just like, oh wait, I have to do some math. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of math. Like, I have kids like, when am I ever going to use this? Every day.
Every day.
Especially if you like crafting.
Especially if you like having consistent coffee.
Try knitting without counting.
Yeah, there you are, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just the math involved in the arts is just overlooked. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Metal in them, thanks being. At least the coffee table didn't break you up again, Mariah says.
The funny thing is it happened right in front of that coffee table because I moved it.
So it happened again in front of that coffee table?
Right in front of it. Wow. And the thing is my grandpa made that coffee table, and I thought he liked me.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
No, I know. I'm making jokes because it makes light of a situation.
Which makes sense.
You know, but sometimes life forces you to go, you know what? You're taking a break right now.
Uh-huh.
And I literally can't do anything about it. Yep.
Boy, sorry.
Bean, thank you. Look at him. He's doing such a good job.
It's like a rave. Bean's doing a rave with the shop light now. like the cheat does. The coffee
table is cursed, but my grandpa made the coffee table. I inherited it.
Shock Roman says you'll have a fun scar.
I should. I am not ready to see it yet.
Yeah.
I have. You know what's crazy? I have a scar on that foot because I had like a surgery. That's the only other surgery I ever had was on this foot.
Was on that foot?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a scar on on the arch of one of my feet. When I was an adolescent, I stepped on a piece of glass on the beach.
Yeah.
So I got a big old scar from that. I remember Mom having to carry me across, from one far end of the beach to the other, because I couldn't walk in the sand. At least she'd want me to anyway. And I wasn't a little kid. I was, but I wasn't. Yeah.
Right. I was a barefoot child, and I'm also a barefoot adult because I...
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I will have a nice another scar for the collection.
One of those lines with a bunch of dots on it. I don't know what you'll have.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I haven't looked yet. Not there yet. I'll keep you updated. Check out the
good.
Discord. No.
Yeah, there you are. Hello, everyone, says Will Connors.
Hello, Will Connors.
Steve D says, both my knees are metal.
I was going to say that's rockin', but it didn't come out. That's awesome. Like,
heavy metal, dude.
heavy
Rockin'.
metal.
Cosplay is just responding oof to one of them. Marvel Guy says, wow, that's terrible. And saying that Among Us was fun yesterday, which it was.
Are you guys still doing that?
Yeah, we're still doing that.
Nice.
It had 4 of his yesterday because it was Marvel Guy, myself, Shock Gremlin, and Jason Ball, who's been part of the Among Us crew since the very beginning. Even before it was on my channel, Jason was part of the other channel that Joe Grasso was part of playing the game when Joe convinced me to come over and play. And yeah, it's great. Yeah, Jason's a great guy. What's the plan today? Are you building anything?
We are showing off.
Probably
what we
not.
Built.
Yeah, we're showing.
Because guess what? we wore a Paxta Con.
Yes, I wore my Paxta Con. I don't have it in front of me, but if you guys go look up the Terror Dog Squad on Facebook, last weekend they posted a video where Aaron, he's the one in the bowler, he's got like a bowler hat with the no ghost logo on the front of it. It was, you know, they were playing it up for the camera, right? Doing a mock inspection, doing an inspection to my pack as it sat, because I had them both with me at KaboomCon set up on the table.
Okay, so it was at KaboomCon.
It was at KaboomCon in Carson City.
I didn't go to KaboomCon. I went to SAC Anime. So I was
yeah, we wore them at SAC Anime. I didn't see the Terror Dogs at SAC Anime.
No, we did not see them. That's why I was like, okay, I don't remember any of this. Okay, that makes sense.
So this all happened at KaboomCon last weekend. And so he does this inspection, and Mikey's shooting the whole thing. And, or Michael, sorry, sir, if I'm saying your name wrong. Anyway, then they decide that they're going to award me the Terror Dog patch. So I have been officially accepted as part of the Terror Dog Squad. Which is nice. So, because
too legit to quit.
Yes, it was like a year and a half ago. They gave me the patch initially, and I was an unofficial member until I had the pack done. And so now that the pack's done, same thing. I'm sure if you were to show up with whatever level of, because I didn't put the uniform on. All they were concerned about was the pack.
Interesting priorities.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? That makes a lot of sense because.
Yeah, the uniform's a little bit easier, little bit.
You don't need a uniform to get no ghosts.
Right.
I'm just saying.
And they're way lenient on it. Like Mikey was pretty much in his Ghostbusters 2 uniform the entire weekend. Oh yeah, there we go. Glare. So this was us at SAC Anime with some Photoshop skills from our good friend Raul Gonzo. Oops. But that's when we had one pack ready. And so Felicia was wearing it. Actually, both packs were ready, but I only had one wand hooked up. So, over that. The belts don't fit me. I'm a little big.
You don't have to look at that. You don't have to look too closely.
That's fine.
The packs look great.
The packs look great, yeah. So I actually had a PKE meter, but... So yeah, that was fun. They accepted me into that. And then the other fun thing that I did at KaboomCon was they wanted me to do a live demo. I've had a number of cons ask me this. Where, hey, you do this YouTube thing. You think you could do one live as like a panel at our con? And...
Sounds like an amazing idea until you're the one that has to do it. Just saying. Because yes, it's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. And yeah, unless you're the one doing it. Here's the other thing. Yeah, most of my videos run 15, 20 minutes at this point. You know, they started out more like 7 to 10. Yeah, that's 30 hours of work to get there. It's not that bad. It's usually not more than 20, so I guess I'm exaggerating. Knowing how much... Well, I guess it's footage, because I don't shoot the entire time either, but there's usually, 15, 16, 20 hours of footage on the timeline that I'm cutting down into that 20-minute thing, because I only need to show each step along the way. When I talk about I cut out the parts into the shapes I needed, that's all I need footage-wise, even though it took me an hour to do it, right?
Right. All the magic.
Yeah, all the magic.
All the magic that is crafting and making and creating that we are like... That's why, like, when we were doing these live streams, I'm like, no, we're showing that.
Yep.
It's boring watching paint dry, but we have to do it, and that's where we're chit-chatting, and that's when we usually have our most fun, is because work is work, and work takes work. It just doesn't snap like that, but you can make it look like that on camera.
Yes, you can. I've actually had people come up to me at the con, even at KaboomCon, I think it was some of the Terror Dogs, saying that they enjoy watching the streams, but not because of the project we're working on.
Nope.
They like it when the stories come up.
The thing is we aren't projecting because there's nobody giving us deadlines and timers under our butt, so we are just total diddle daddle.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm so nice, like, it's okay. We don't need to have that done yet.
We're fine.
No stress. This is supposed to be fun, right?
Right. And so the decision to have the packs done for SAC Anime became that little fire. And even then, there was a bit of...
if they're not
close
done,
enough.
we'll be fine.
Yeah.
They looked pretty cool.
Yeah, they did.
They
And they're
worked.
still not done, but they're close. We have a couple of decals to put on. I still have some screw points that I've got to erase and some touch-up
I got some new
paint.
screw points myself.
You got some new screw points. Don't erase those. So there's just a... But I'm not going to sit here with the Dremel and make dust.
But we work at Cosplay Repair. And the
Yeah.
thing is if you're there, you're there.
Right.
You made it, you had fun. Okay, maybe you drew your patches with like a paper and you made you could see the lines from the line paper and you did it in color pencil, but you went through the effort
Right.
to have that detail there and we appreciated it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like we were there con worthy of, you know what? It's enough to have fun. It's a costume.
And to that point, so I'm talking specifically to Mikey and Aaron about the Ghostbusters patches. Because there is a pretty consistent, they'll have the no ghosts and they have their name logo, and that's it. Beyond that, the patches are hog wild. They add on other clubs, even the triangular, which I don't have here with me, Terror Dog patch.
In the spirit of patches, I'm just saying, yeah.
A lot of the guys have it on their chest. Some have it on their arms. Some have it on the other arm. Some have it down on their gut.
There's not like a Boy Scout manual for this stuff, but
No.
we could make one.
Good. So, it was fun seeing a lot of them be able to go, oh, okay, so they don't care where it goes. And the other thing I asked them was your idea, which was, hey, would you guys think, would it be a breach of, like, continuity if we were to laser cut from foam our own no ghost patches and our own name badges? Probably give them a backing so they have a little more strength and Velcro so we can take them off for washing.
And I want to do the little laser detail of making it a satin stitch.
Okay. That's cool.
So it looks like a patch, but I want it to be out of foam in
that's
the
cool.
spirit of
Okay.
our foam packs. And so that's what I was throwing out to him. Like, I know we could order patches.
We totally can.
And that's this... Yes, there's things that you can order. That's what we learned on this project. But also in the spirit of, I can make that. We have lasers.
Yes. And they went, yeah, do what you want. That's fine. If you want to do Spengler, then like the 501st, they want to have a Spengler accurate thing. But if you're not, no, you're your own thing. Go for it. Which was kind of funny because I'm so used to, I was part of a Rocky Horror Cast where we wanted to be as accurate as we could be within our abilities to the character we're portraying on screen.
Part of nerding out.
And that's my thing.
Getting into those details, hence why this looks like we're still in the same set and nothing ever changes.
Yes.
Because
absolutely.
I love that and I can appreciate that because I can hand you to my designs and it'll come exactly as I ask. I am a person who is like, well, what if we tried it in hot pink?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And you can. You want to make yourself a hot pink jumpsuit? Go for it.
Right, exactly. Anyways, I'm just saying that's kind of the fun, intricate part of geeking out on these things is the detail.
Right.
Bean.
I love the fact that I happened to touch the calipers and they clicked down at the same time they clicked over. So my mind connected the two. They're not connected at all.
No.
So that was awesome. Then I also asked about the name patch because, I go by Odin and Odin Makes primarily, and I'm always calling you Felicia. So it's like, all right, do I have to put Abbott? Does she have to have her last name, or can I be Odin and can she be Felicia? So, oh yeah, go ahead. We got a guy that's Cookie Monster. It's like, sweet.
Right, it's your gamer tag. I don't give a crap.
They don't care. So it's like, oh, that makes me happy. So that's coming up. Those require getting some cut paths set up and also having the texture laid over them in order to emboss the satin stitching look to them. Neither one of which I'm ready to do today, so those will not be getting cut out today.
Yeah, no, this is me throwing out the idea.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, Odin, I have another job. Not, I have an idea, but it's work and labor intensive.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like,
Well, it is and it isn't. It's a lot of work with the computer. It's a lot of work up front. But then I can have a patch. You can have a patch. Shockroman can have a patch. We can
You
all
can print out patches.
Right.
You know, we can even, like, if you guys wanted a patch.
Right. Absolutely. We can make more and more patches.
Right. But not with the official logo, though. Because then you could get in trouble if you sold it.
Oh, if you sold it, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
don't sell it.
No. Even though there's knockoff patches all over the internet, ideally you don't want to do that because you do, especially me, who is more of a personality.
It's Greeked.
Oh, there you are, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's a no ghost logo, but it's like duct tape for the diagonal line.
Because we always had to Greek things with duct tape, so I'm just saying we can Greek it.
Oh, Shady would love that. He loves the duct tape logo.
Yeah, that was the original joke of our duct tape coffee was that our jobs often were just Greeking everything, so we didn't have the logos.
Yep. Still see it in shows, you know, watching different things, and it's, you know, Hunt's tomato ketchup, but they got a little piece of tape over Hunt's. It's like I can see which brand it is because the artwork is specific. But all right.
I really liked using Walmart brands sometimes because they had the product front like very forward, but the branding very nonchalant.
Branding is very subtle, yes.
And so it was
also
really
more budget
easy
conscious.
to Greek.
Yeah.
Oh, much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you do is cover up great value, and you're good.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to do a commercial where a kid spilled Fruit Loops all over the floor.
Oh, okay.
Make a big old mess. That was a fun project.
Much better than painting you with peanut butter. Sorry.
Weird things, right?
Yeah, never gonna let that go. Moon Eye says, Ecto Pack and Proton Goggles. Hooray!
Oh, you haven't even shown them yet.
No, I haven't brought those out yet. It's okay. I'll be clicking over to live here pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it live? Yeah. Can you pay me to move my entire shop to your convention space? No, then no. That's what Cosplay Cleric says. Right. Sidetracked. So
we also had kits where we had to do it live on set. You know, there's only so much prep you could do.
Yeah.
And then it's just like portable.
Portable, right, in order to get things done for doing shooting.
So, like, even doing it on location doesn't stop me. You know, like, the right tools for the job make it easier, but it ain't gonna stop me. And we've been in those situations where we're building stuff right out there in the last minute, duct tape and prayers.
Oh, yeah, constantly. So
there should be that boundary of no. Yeah. But is there?
No.
Not often enough.
No, the boundary is GTFS. Get the fucking shot. Get it done so we can get the shot.
My name's on that shit. It needs to look good.
That was a cameraman thing I remember hearing about in the 90s where, you know, if something's happening you can't do again, it doesn't matter. GTFS, get the shot. This was specifically, I was working at a video duplication house, and somebody was bringing in footage they had shot of a tornado going over an overpass in Midwest, in an area where tornadoes happen. They don't really happen in California to a point that it's a problem.
So it was real life Twister?
So it was real life Twister. And the only place they had for safety was, you know, you have your overpass going over the freeway, right, or highway, whichever it was. They went up to the very top corner in the center of this bridge because that was the most secure place they could go, while the tornado basically went over the top of them. So they're doing that, and the cameraman realizes he can't get a shot. And you can tell that he's edging out, and someone's got a hold of him, and someone else is yelling at him to get back, and he's getting the tornado coming, and he's getting the shot, you know? And that was when the old school editor that... because there were a couple of editors on staff of this duplication house, and one of them came from the news. And yeah, he's the one that came over and laughed and went, yep, he gets it. Yeah. This is only going to happen once. Get the shot. And then, you know, the internet likes to joke about how the cameraman never dies, which is false. The cameraman can die, but, you know, if you're seeing the footage, chances are the cameraman didn't die. Chances are.
Chances, right?
Yeah, we can get dark on that in a hurry.
That's okay. I feel like my limit is if I'm going to get a speeding ticket or a ticket for this, like, it's more than what I'm getting paid on set. So we're going to... I have my limits. Right. I'm not getting that shot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know, like...
But I can remember screwing around with some friends because I really wanted to make, like, my own little short, like, video, whatever, This is the early 90s, mid 90s, with toys, right? It was going to be action figures and Fisher-Price trucks and G.I. Joe vehicles. And I was trying to get it to kind of look cool. And at one point, I got Kristen, I think it was her name. She was driving her little compact car, and I think it was a wire coat hanger, because it wasn't string, right? So I had a little more control, attached to like a Jurassic Park Jeep or something. And so I'm literally hanging out the passenger side window. So my ass is like, I'm all the way out with the camera down like this close to the ground. So I got a hold of the toy a little ways away from the car, so I couldn't see the roof. Getting this, this looks great. It's driving down the street. It's like, yeah, you're gonna fall on your face, dude. She was doing like maybe 10, right? It wasn't very fast at all, but it looked fast to the camera.
It's giving me Smosh vibes, like when
totally.
we used to do the food battles.
Yep.
Giving me food battle flashbacks.
Oh, wow. And so for KVIE, I'm helping to get some additional shots of a guy who had gotten, it was a medical device for his heart rhythm or something else. There was some sort of timer thing that he got done. But he was still an active guy and liked to go out on his bike rides. So we're trying to get these shots of him riding through the hills in Folsom. And same thing. I think Joyce was the one driving, if I remember. Or no, it was Karen. Karen was driving. And she's like, okay, well, we need to get like shots of the bike. It's like, okay. And so I'm out the window, and I've got, KVIE's $20,000, camera, Panasonic camera, with the tire hitting the ground and his feet doing the thing and the chains changing. It's like, oh, this looks great. And yeah, I don't think that one won an Emmy, but still.
Great example of the right tool for the job makes it significantly easier.
Right.
That exact shot that you're trying to get.
They
have
a proper tool for that.
I got to work on a
So you had like a snorkel lens?
Buick commercial. I want to say BMW, but it was the wrong letters. A Buick commercial. And we shut down that one part of
that would be smart.
50.
We didn't do that.
Yeah. No, they had the budget. I'm just saying.
We just went for it. It's like, car coming. All right, got back.
And they have this mirrored arm so that if anything that reflects, you're not seeing the arm. Like it's not getting in its own shot, and it's also not reflecting on the car, because when you're doing car shots, the bounce is like really important. So you have big flags, you have to have the space, and then also when you're doing the aerial shots and the close-ups. Anyways, I got my eyeballs sunburned on that shoot because of all the bounce. It was intenseness. But that was this intense bar for that shot that you were getting to get it on. Anyway, so the right tool for the job makes it significantly easier, but not having the right tools not.
Yeah, you just hang out the car. Kids, don't do that. That's what I did.
There's a tool for that. Use your tools.
Odin's not the tool.
Use your tools.
Not anymore.
That's Odin made. That's how Odin makes. Are we live with the people?
We should be live. Yeah, I clicked over while you're talking.
Oh, okay.
So public.
Hi, everybody.
There are now 26 people, where there was only 10, so we have more than doubled.
Sweet. They're talking about an embroidery machine.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm excited. The Cosplay Cleric is watching. They're a huge help for the con family we have for cosplay repair at SAC Anime. And it looks like they're talking with the embroidery machine that Shopperman picked up from Aria 51 from Dave, and helping get that set up.
Nice.
Cosplay is like, oi, no, hey, wait, nope. All right, well, Cosplay Cleric is denying everything.
They're not here. You saw nothing.
Totally not here. Well,
Bean.
They were going to be here, and it's kind of sad I missed out on them this weekend. I was looking forward to it, but anyway. Glasses are off. I can see stuff's moving, but I can't read it from here.
Bryce News says, "Hey Odin, hey Felicia, loving the shirt, Felicia. Good to see you guys. Catch you live again."
Nice.
And hi, Jerry Can Cosplay. He says, "Hey everyone."
Oh, sweet. Hey, Jerry Can Cosplay. And Aria 51's right there. Whoop! Finally using the embroidery machine. Yes. So we're just now public. We can wait a couple minutes, but because people are definitely going to ask why you got fancy footwear. One of the things we were talking about before I went over to live that I never quite got finished on was going to KaboomCon, because we got sidetracked on stories about production.
The ADHD stream, self-diagnosed.
I need more sugar.
Cheers to that.
Actually, I don't. Caffeine's good. I don't really need that much sugar. So last weekend I went to Kaboom Con and did the Ecto Goggles demo, right? So these are the same prototypes that I had out last week, 2 weeks ago. One of the things the con asked was, hey, can you do a live demo? Can you do an Odin Makes live on stage? Because they were in a community center. I didn't realize this at the time. They were in a community center that legitimately had a stage with rake seating, with proper battens and an orchestra pit that was covered over, and it was a proper theater. It was really kind of cool.
Was it fun to have your Odin show?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun having my Odin show.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
So I talked to them about it, saying, okay, this has come up before, because I wanted to scare them, right? This is how much time it usually takes me to do a video. You know, it's a couple of days worth of work that gets boiled down to make the video. So to do this live, I could like pre-bake parts, which is why all the Ecto Goggles ended up being laser cut, is I could have them done in stages. And even then, it's going to take me a couple of hours to do it. I'm probably going to need a 2-hour window for my section, which is a huge chunk of time when the con's only going to run 7. Are you going to commit 2 hours to go watch this guy talk on stage? Yeah, they went for it. And the house started out probably a little more than half full, which was amazing because the attendance at the con wasn't that great. And it was still mostly that amount of people 2 hours later. There are a few people that got up and walked out because from the stage, I can only see to about the third row, right? And specifically with my glasses off, once I'm working, those are the people I could see with the lights. But there was basically 2 people I could really pick out. One was one of the Terror Dog Ghostbusters. He was a long-haired, blonde gentleman, and because of his light-colored jumpsuit, I could see him in the dark. And then behind him, and a little to the left of me, I guess be off to his right. I don't remember which is stage right, stage left. So I don't spend enough time on stage. There was a family from Burke, so there was a full family
Burke?
with from. How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
that makes more sense.
From Burke.
Okay,
So,
like...
and specifically because it was, I'm not quite sure which the characters were. Sorry, but there was a man, a woman, and a child, and it seemed like it was Hiccup's dad because of the cape and the horns. I didn't recognize the woman character, but the kid was Astrid. Whatever, and basically, maybe I could be totally wrong.
Cons are very like, who's guess that character?
Yeah.
Name that Pokemon, and you're just like, the pressure's there. Like,
right.
I like that one.
I mean, I knew who they were. It was just I didn't know the characters because I really like the movies, but I didn't commit them to memory. Anyway, because she was wearing predominantly like mustard yellow, I could see her in the dark. So I ended up talking to her a lot. Wasn't the intent. It was just when I looked up, I could see her, and so I would like talk at her. And plus, they were decked out in foam gear.
These people get it.
Yeah, these people get it. So, did I get a picture of them? I did not. Kind of. They're... Let's go back to 4 here.
Do you think these pieces were
that's
originally zip ties?
Sorry, my camera's blowing out. But this is the stage, and so they're the center. That's not Thor. And the wife has got... Man, it's just the camera. It's not that blown out on my phone. Is 3 going to be any better? Sorry. Nope. Well, I can always adjust the brightness of my phone, I guess.
That's better. There.
Yeah, okay. So you can see she's got the really tall... She's over here. She's got the really tall, and then in front is the kid with the axe. But anyway, as they place as a group. So... touching your toes. It's making me really worried. The con went ahead and said, yeah, well, we'll go for it. We'll let you do the 2-hour block. And so I spent like a month practically. It was 3 weeks of nights. It was probably closer to a month.
You were talking about it for a while before you even started. But
yeah. Well, I was worried about it coming up. I was stressed over it. I wasn't getting sleep because of stage fright and concern about getting it done. And
you're a human? No.
yeah. I'm on camera right now. I'm talking to you guys on camera. I am so used to this, I don't care. I'm talking to my friends across the Atlantic right now. I don't care. I got 5 people in the room with me, and I got to do a presentation. I am horrible stage fright.
But how did it go? Like,
it went great.
Went through all the steps.
Went through all the steps. I brought my wireless
Did you feel
microphone.
like Martha Stewart?
I suppose I didn't think about it. I brought my wireless microphone I typically wear when I'm working, and the sound guy's like, "Oh yeah, we can make that work." And we worked on it, and he adjusted things he needed to adjust to make sure it would work out okay. We lucked out; there wasn't signal interference in Nevada. It was still a clear channel. I actually tore down some of what we're using right now. I took that camera, and the Blackmagic box, because I knew that if I'm up on stage working on something this big, even from the front row, you're not going to see dick. It's just, I'm going to be sitting at a table doing this, and you're not going to see anything. So I had these cameras set up, and the stage had projectors on either side, like a concert practically, right?
Yeah. Big screens to project the show on?
Yeah, big screens to project the show on.
Did you record as you were projecting?
I did not record.
You could show. Oh.
I did not record because this was very much something for the con.
It's live. You get
So
had to be there.
it's live. Yeah, you had to. Now the con recorded it, and a couple of other guys recorded it, and they said they were going to send me files. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not upset by that, but it was still cool that I had a reference monitor because I could see this from the stage, and so there was one to the left of me, and one to the right of me, and I was able to zoom in from 2 different angles, just like here, where I had one come from this side of the table, one from that side of the table. They were at different distances, so one was,
close up cam,
close
big
up,
cam.
yeah, and then one where you could see, so one was close up where you could really see individual little pieces, and like sort of like that. It was even closer. I think that was about like that. And then the other one was a little further away, not quite that far, where you could see, more of everything at once. That was the thought and what I was trying to do, and it worked out. And thankfully, I'm used to switching the cameras. I'm used to keeping my work in camera. Yeah, it worked out, and I nailed the 2 hours. I think I was done to the minute.
Right?
And I gave in to not even peer pressure, child pressure. So part of putting these together is, you're gluing all these flat pieces of foam together, and then you have to go through with the rotary tool and put all the angles on. And all the front edges of it is all bull-nosed and rounded off, and so you need to do all that.
Those little details make the biggest difference, too.
Right.
Like...
Yeah, it goes from being, a box of cut foam into, that's the organic shape the goggles are supposed to be. But that takes time to do. And so I was specifically had things that were pre-done to help show where I'm going to go with it, so I didn't have to...
Before the work, post the work, but not actually showing the
But not actually showing the work.
Yeah, because it takes forever.
I thought it fell. So this is the one that I actually had on stage. And after gluing everything together... Where's focus? Focus is way out here. You've got your sharp corners on everything, and then I started talking about how everything needs to be ground down, and then I kind of tried to simplify through it. Like, all right, and then you guys don't want to watch me grind this stuff for the next 15 minutes, and I hear this. Sure, we do. All right, and so I ended up doing this full side, showing how to go from this blocky, the way I do it, where I've got this line here that I'm copying, and I'm able to grind it down to get to this shape. Because afterwards you come back with the next part, which actually goes this other way, and that gets glued down, right, in order to get the face mask.
It's like you do that for a living.
Yeah. And so even with all that like extra time, and I'm glad I did it, because doing this had a lot more to show and talk about my techniques of dealing with a rotary tool and the way it spins, and it only goes in one direction. And I would have just totally missed out on all that if I hadn't have actually done it.
That's kind of one of some of those things that you really want to get from a live demonstration, because when you're learning a new skill, like the way you feed it into a sewing machine or the way you handle the tool, you don't know that you can't just go back and forth because you don't have that experience and you don't know. But this guy is like, look, you do it this way.
Yeah, you do it this way.
And you could say, why?
Right. Why? Well, when I'm using the Dremel tool, it has a particular direction that it wants to run, like a tire in a car. And if I'm going with the direction of the tire, I find I have more control, especially with the more aggressive bits, over how much material is being taken off. And when I go against it, the counter rotation will dig into the foam and will make a little bite in it that sometimes you can't get rid of. And now, if you don't want that part that doesn't exist, you're making a new piece.
Because guess how many times he's bit the foam?
I used to avoid it and make Joe do it.
It's called experience.
Yep.
You don't know till you know. But the thing is, it's really nice about having experts is because they know and they can help you avoid those things. Because if you're like you have the good habits from the beginning, you don't necessarily have to fall in all the pits.
Yeah. And I don't expect people to oh, you do it like that and go home and immediately do it, because there's a lot of muscle memory that goes along with it.
You learn.
But having any kind of instruction, hint, clue as to how to start is going to get you so much more further along than
and
just figuring it out.
understand that we all go through the same problems. Like, we're all trying to solve this one problem, and yes, it's hard, yes, it's stupid, but if you do it this way, it's doable. You know, like the thing, knowing that it's possible makes you go, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
If somebody goes, no, you can't do that, that's impossible, maybe you might get determined enough to go against the impossible, but really, would you?
Like,
I wouldn't. You know, you can't do it that way.
No, I'm going to do it anyway, just to spite you. Yeah.
Like, spite can get you pretty far, I'm just saying. Like, don't underestimate spite. That's the best, you know? But knowing it's possible makes you go, okay, it's not, like, it's doable. This guy can do it.
Right.
Like, if I can do it.
I don't think this happened on the last live stream, but I had started to put the holes in, I think. I had them in place. Still really worried about bumping your foot.
Oh, yeah, no, it hurts, so please don't.
I'm trying really hard not to.
Right in front of the controls.
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to tell you to move it, because I know it feels better to have it elevated.
Yeah.
So, on the right brow, right? Because this is the top, so I keep calling these the eyebrows. On the right brow, on the original night vision goggles, there was like a serial plate or a maker's plate or something put up here with a couple of rivets. Mm-hmm. And so, this one being the first one I didn't bother with that. I figured I'd add something later. And then I realized that if I had put the marks in place, then at least I would be in a consistent spot. And then I had realized that this is a 3mm piece of foam. And trying to put something in here, trying to find something without going out and buying it that would be consistent for doing this wasn't easy. But there's a little square over here. Sorry, you guys are kind of looking at my armpit.
I guess it's at the top of the screen.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's not all. It's not all pit.
This is something I probably should have been. That'll work out fine. Probably should have been a little more prepared for. But I ended up making little square nuts. This is really hard to see because it's so tiny.
I thought those were zip ties when I first saw them on this.
Let me see if I can't get this focused more where I want to be.
Because they look like little zip ties on this thing.
Yeah, that's further away.
I will get this out.
That looks looks like it's in focus.
Steal your focus.
I just need to make sure that. I'm glad my arm's where it is. Come on, there it is. So I made, because it looked like zip tie bumps. She's saying, which it does. It's what it is. It's the nuts that, or the points where these are scientific lenses on the actual Ecto Goggles, and there's a little knob that you can loosen up so that you can then adjust the screws and then tighten it back down so nothing moves. And I was specking out buying little square nuts, and I realized I can just cut these out of 4mm foam.
The whole point is to make it out of foam.
Yeah, well, basically, make it out of materials I have. The whole point is to make it out of foam because that's fun for me. But when it gets laser cut, I need a little hole in the middle to fit the 2mm toothpick or whatever's going to go in it. And when you do that, you end up with this little tiny sliver that just fell on the ground.
Could you use spaghetti?
Probably could. Because it's about the same diameter. So I got this little tiny sliver of foam left over, and this is 4mm tall because it came out of a 4mm piece of foam. The brow was 3mm tall, so it ends up, and I was having the same problem.
I feel like after a certain point, isn't it just like too much of a scrap to like really be a...
Oh, it is totally too much of a little scrap, but now I've got this tiny little nub that sticks up only 1 millimeter above the brow, and with a dab of super glue, it's freaking perfect. And it's effectively reusing what would be scrap, right? A part that I would otherwise throw away because it's smaller than the confetti that goes on cupcakes.
The devil's in the detail, and to some people that would be a Sharpie mark.
Yeah, totally. And it totally could be. But this is now a piece that you can feel when it gets painted. You can see it. And it's there. The light catches it in Ghostbusters when Ray's looking around wearing these. This side is just a pair of Phillips screw shoes. Vampire bites, yeah. But it's a pair of Phillips screw heads. And then this up here is a D-ring for where the strap goes over the head. We're back to Bean Vision. But yeah, it was just fun putting it all together. So that was one that actually, this one was one that I actually kind of finished on stage. So this was showing, this I fully assembled and then did a little bit of grinding on. And then set that aside for one that was fully, had all the grinding done to it, had all the shapes done to it. And so with this one, I just glued the face piece on. I think it was the only thing I did to this, really, was just glue the face bit on.
But it takes it from that to a
mask. Yeah, but it takes it from a box to the mask, and getting this shape was a lot of fun. There was 2 iterations of this piece because I actually got this shape right, even with the extra hump for the nose. I got this length shape correct the first time, but what I didn't have right was the up and down length. I ended up having to make it, and that one's to the right, up and down length, these all are. I ended up stretching this to be a little bit taller because I noticed in the movie this poked down further than what
it was a little more noticeable than
the 3D print model. Because we did, Shock Redmond was nice enough to 3D print an example, and you can see that one is mine sticks down just a little bit more, not a lot. But just a little bit more.
Between a centimeter and a half an inch.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's not a lot. And the other fun thing is like this hole here. This isn't on Ray's. I don't know what this is, but this isn't on Ray's goggles in the movie at all. I think while this was the right model, right style of night vision goggles that this artist created their pattern from. It wasn't the exact same like -A, -B model that they used in the film, or they filled it in because that bump wasn't there. So that was something I could actually take out. But so on stage, then you go through and you get all this glued together, and then then you paint it. Now that's something I absolutely can't do on stage, right? Is spray it down with black Plastidip and then spray it down again with the green Krylon OD paint. So, I brought that out and then talked about how that got bent. Then talked about how I made the lenses and all the knobs and glue all that crap on. It's kind of how the demo went, right? Sorry, guys. And then you have your other additional... The bits and bobs. You have your additional scientific lens that goes in, and then this nub in the movie is actually more about the 7 o'clock, 7:30 position. And
reference images, people.
Yep.
Reference images.
And this one's practically, 9 o'clock. It's like all the way on the inside, if I remember right. So, and then I also have lenses that I glued into these. This one actually fell in because this one was tight enough that I didn't need glue at first, but it has since migrated. So I do need glue. This one's glued in place. This was something fun that I'm constantly reminding myself when using PVC pipe. PVC pipe has to be a certain external diameter. The outside diameter has to be very, within a very tight tolerance in order to fit the PVC pipe fittings. The inside diameter, whatever. It's way more sloppy. And in fact, some of the pipes I've seen, one wall on one side is thicker than the wall on the other side.
Yeah, this one has all the glue on the lenses.
Yep. Yeah, this one I use super glue, and so you can see that the super glue caused the acrylic lens to fog up.
It's authentic damage.
Yeah, that's it. It's authentic damage.
It's authentic wear and tear. You gotta
right,
distress it for set.
Basically, although I hate it, so I try not to do that. I just make
the same mistake made over and over again is now a pattern. So
But I avoided it with this set.
I know. I'm impressed.
Because with this one, it's Eileen's tacky glue all the way around on the inside. Like
Don't underestimate that stuff. That
No.
stuff, like, it takes time and patience, which I rarely have.
Right?
But it's good.
Yeah.
That shit holds.
And so, actually, this one may not have it. No, the finished one does, which I can't pull out. So this one doesn't have it. This one is just forced in place. But on the finished one, which I'll pull out in a second, but this lens doesn't come off anymore. It's got Eileen's tacky glue all the way around, and that also explains why this one got pushed in. But anyway, so once I had all those and talked about how I made the lenses and how I make all the additional
I feel like that could be a
on it.
display where you have them.
I want to do that, actually.
Okay, yeah.
I actually want to do that. I'd like to make a display of starting with, making a project. You start with your cut bits of foam and do like a museum display piece.
Yeah. I feel like the cut bits should be like displayed like those blown out assembly images.
That'd be cool. I figured I would just have it be a pile.
I know.
Just glued in place.
I make it more complicated.
No,
this is why we shouldn't be. No,
what I wanted to do was do an exploded with all the pieces on paper as a way of explaining how to assemble everything. But as far as a display within a shadow box, I figured it would just be a pile and everything be glued, so the shadow box can be moved to a different con, and I wouldn't have to set it up again.
And then you could be like,
yeah,
step one,
step two, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just making things more complicated.
No, you're fine. And so, yeah, work through all that. And then, you end up with, no, this was actually made at home. This was not made on stage. Because
that looks too legit to quit.
There's a certain amount of,
I appreciate your little dots on top.
Appreciate the little dots on top. My 3D.
Yep, they look too legit to quit.
I know this is a distance one, but.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Those little details. Look at those screws.
Right. There's I like
and
actually having screws, stickers.
But when you're a grown up, they're called decals.
Yep, got decals. And there's still something wrong with this that I didn't realize until at a point when it was too late. The post is too long. With the 3D file, there's huge posts because that's probably what it was. So the guys in the field with the gloves on using night vision in the Army could get a hold of these things and move them, right? Although these aren't Army, so these weren't on the Army one. I don't know, I'm wrong. But the adjustable knob is almost set up flat against the black nut down here. So having this much aluminum rod is actually wrong. This is not the way it is in the movie. But yeah, and this would have been the battery cover for the original goggles. There are decals I didn't put on the bottom because the ones that I found from Dragon Face, I can't remember the guy's name, it's Dragon something, but he posted them on DeviantArt, allowed downloads. He made ones that had like a black background that went down here. But when I'm looking at the on-off IR, because this was a selector, right, that goes down here, it's black letters on the olive drab. And over here was like battery or battery cover, and it was black letters on the olive drab. Whereas because you're printing them out, it's a black box with white writing.
You could do
like
better
that.
stickers is what you need.
Yeah, I want better different stickers. And so I couldn't bring myself to put those on. But still. And then one of the modification I did, all of these were snaps originally, right? With the male part of the snap on the inside, because on the inside of the goggles is like a pillow face cup that goes all the way around it. So when the wearer is using the IR,
and
you
that
have
stuff
this
just
cushion.
Disintegrates over time, just FYI.
And he's not wearing it. He literally has stuck on like window insulation to cover up those snaps. But I didn't. The snaps were bigger than the space I gave myself, so these are just rivets. Because it's got kind of the same look on the outside. It's just mine are a little smaller. And nobody would
notice unless you said something about it.
Right.
And now we're all like, we're judging you.
That's totally fine.
Those are the wrong
Those are rivets. And then, in the regular snaps, I just put a wood screw in it, and I colored the edge of the wood screw with a Sharpie to make them black, or a Ryobi pen.
Again, nobody would know.
Nobody would know. And Ray is missing this one on the one he's wearing in the hotel when they're searching for Slimer. So he's, because this was always the intent for how a human wears it with just their human head. And then these other attachment points is when you attach this to your helmet when you're going to go out on maneuvers. So it just becomes
decorative
texture. But yeah. And this one definitely has the Eileen's tacky glue on the inside, which we're totally not going to see, right? Yeah, not really. I can see a
It's
little
not as
bit of
noticeable as
distortion,
that super glue.
but it's no big deal at all. And then this one is in just by tension. There's a little bit of schmutz on the side here. That's spray paint that I smeared. But
Q-tip and acetone, not acetone.
No, not on acrylic.
No. I stopped myself. I meant alcohol, like
Right.
hand sanitizer.
That'd probably be good, but who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Who
It's
cares?
texture.
And then this is fairly accurate from what I could see from what they did for the movie,
Nice
which it was
rivets.
just thank you. It was just the rivets with the webbing, and then in the movie they didn't do this. What they did was it was a single military buckle. It's kind of like the little buckles that go on the adjustment straps of your BDU pants, but it was much bigger. So it had like 4 strips in it and whatever else, and they just kind of fit one around the back and kind of forced it. And it was in crooked and whatever. So I just kind of did this because it was easier for me. So I have one strap goes through both of these, and one strap goes through both of these again, and then this strap just loops around. And the only reason I have 2 is it kept this captive in one spot, right?
Makes sense.
Just one is all I needed, but it made it symmetrical.
And it gives it more texture.
And it gives it more
closer to
texture.
what they have without having to do that monstrosity.
Yeah, and there's actually a D-ring with a tab. It's exactly the same type of leather. You can buy these. This one I didn't buy. But you can buy these, and it's pretty much what's on the bottom of a lightsaber. But this one is a piece of hardware tape. It's a piece of the stuff you would hang. Sorry, I walked away.
Is it the metal tape or?
Yeah, it's that metal tape with holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought I'd find it faster than I am, and that's...
Use that stuff for corseting boning before.
It'd be great for corseting. So that's all that is, where I lined up 2 of the big holes, and then there's a small hole in the back, and I snipped it and rounded it off, and then it's just it's a screw together leather rivet.
You kind of smooshed it and then you smooshed it.
Yeah, exactly. So there's the Phillips the flathead on this side, and anyway that's
Bruce New says, "Wow, these look better than my 3D printed ones. Let's see what they look like on you, Odin. Great job."
Thank you. And so there. Sorry, the camera is now on super dark mode, but. Yeah, it's
We're giving Bean grace.
Yeah, and it was neat that.
I love it.
Yeah, it works just fine. And the fact that the way that Ray wears them in the movie, it's just that, and then you just do that, and they're there, and they don't weigh a whole lot. If I was to move around a lot and
Not as big
sweat,
of headaches.
No, if I was to move around and sweat without having the foam tape on here, these would absolutely over time fall down. But of course they stopped. And the fact that they're foam and weigh very little, that was one of the things the Terror Dogs was laughing at. It's like, all right, so I want to feel these things. What the hell? Because they're foam. They don't weigh anything.
Yeah, it's not like the heavy contraption that it ought to be.
That it ought to be, right.
Even feel the difference of that printed one. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, this has more weight than this completed one.
Yeah, with the straps and the snaps and the...
I feel like the most weight is on the outside, which
probably
is
from the PVC pipe.
Yeah, the PVC pipe weighs more than this part of it. So.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yeah, because there's that part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. It went over really well, and I was a total nervous wreck for the first few minutes when I was standing and presenting and talking about it. Hello, I'm Odin, and today I'm going to make a pair of Ecto Goggles and all that. I was one of the guys that runs the con was laughing, saying, "Oh yeah, I could totally hear it in your voice. You were a nervous wreck." And then you sat down and started working, and you were fine. Right? And yeah, totally. And so the majority of the demo, I was sitting at the table, just doing the thing, answering questions, realizing my own sidetracked stories. So even though, just like a live stream, because this is 100% what my demo is going to be like, right? in the middle of doing something, it's like, oh yeah, if you're trying to spray paint something that's vinyl, like the PVC pipe, or especially, don't use that, and went down the whole road of what the right paints are to use, why you use them, how I screwed up an old vinyl kit of the Terminator way back in the day because
vinyl is keyword.
Yeah, vinyl's the key word. You know how you can smell vinyl? That means it's off-gassing. And because of that, when you put spray paint on top of it, the two are going to interfere with each other, and the spray paint will never dry. And I mean never as dry. In never. It's not like, oh, it'll be better next week. No, it won't.
The way we come close to solving this problem is to powder it out.
Yep.
To add some...
add baby powder or talcum powder to it, like you would powder your grease paint.
So that it's now a paste instead of a liquid.
Yep.
So you add some solidity to it, and then vinyl spray paint that's made specifically for vinyl.
Yep. As
a barrier layer.
Yep.
And then the paint on top of that.
Will
and
stick.
Preferably out of the vinyl stuff and not like a Rust-Oleum, because Rust-Oleum will flake because it's not as flexible. Anyways,
yep.
or Plasti-Dip.
Or Plasti-Dip,
You can do Plasti-Dip layer.
I think with Gonzo's Dinosaurs, we did Plasti-Dip over the... I don't remember which one it was now.
Some of those dinosaurs never did solidify, but we didn't need them to. But like the spray paint barrier of the vinyl spray paint, you could get it at Cars Auto stores.
Yep.
Because like, where do you get it? You get the best colors at auto stores but spray painting vinyl, like it is like. From somebody who knows, vinyl does not spray paint. It does not paint. It
does not.
It comes in great colors, but if you don't have the right color, don't try and paint it unless you have vinyl fabric paint, because...
Yep. So this is specifically flexible finish. It's made for dashboards, door panels, and seats.
As creative for people.
That's the big key thing there. It's for spray painting vinyl seats, which you then sit on, just like the fly, which you then sit on, and it's not going to crack and flake and peel back off on your butt. So, yeah, and I've had my friend Steve Lippman painted the entire inside of his Corolla in high school in black. And he said, oh, yeah, it's all summer long. It smelled like the spray paint, but it never peeled. It never cracked. It never came off on anything.
We ended up doing a whole couch, remember? Or chair.
Yeah, we did a whole chair for the TV head guy. But, so... Even in cosplay, you want to do something that's got vinyl and you can smell that beach ball smell because it's vinyl. Do not spray paint it with anything else. You will regret it and it'll be a problem. And you're then forced to either go through extreme lengths to correct it if you have to, or throw that beach ball away and go buy a new one and get this stuff anyway.
See, like, we're passionate about this subject because ask us why.
Yeah, because I've been in that position so many times when everything was closed and I had to fix it.
Like so many times.
Too many times.
So many times.
Too many times. But this paint is also really good for the
trauma
PVC
bonding.
pipe. Trauma bonding. It's really good for trauma bonding. PVC pipe, because the V in PVC is vinyl. It's polyvinyl chloride or vinyl.
Chemistry.
Yeah. You guys can correct me if I got the C wrong. So, as a spray paint, this works extremely well on PVC.
Not
it
sponsored.
bonds to the no, not at all.
Like, who is this?
This is Duplicolor. I'm totally happy with this paint, and it sprays so nice. It comes out in a fan, and it's got a really clean cover.
It's meant to do the job that it's meant to do, and it does its job well. The right tool for the job makes it.
It's a $13 can of spray paint, but spray paint's gone up, so it's not that expensive. It is, but
it's
isn't.
expensive for spray paint. Hence why we avoid doing it if we don't have to, because like. It's
expensive.
Crafting can get expensive real quick, especially when you need something specific.
Now, you can spray paint PVC pipe with any spray paint you want to use because it is solid enough it's going to dry. But what I found is this one doesn't scratch and flake off.
Yeah.
I've seen the other spray paints, you put a little bit of tape on it and it peels the paint back off the pipe. This one does not.
Yeah, any excuse you give it to like separate the paint from it, it will. Yeah. It'll hold good enough, but not.
This is not sponsored by Duplicolor, but I would be 100% happy to shield Duplicolor paints.
Right, like, just enough issues.
Oh, I see Steve Mead tried to call.
Oh.
Steve Mead's the guy with the droids.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Steve. On a live stream, I'll be able to talk to you in about 2 hours. he was going to come over and pick up some parts that we 3D printed because we had a slightly larger 3D print bed than he did.
Okay.
So it was a couple of display pieces for pit droids. So you got your pit droids, which he's made a few of.
I was really impressed with their droid collection this
year.
It was really fun. It was cool. Although I was sad that I wasn't constantly hearing the.
He's retired his R2.
I know. But as much as everybody complained about it, I loved it.
Yeah, that's all good.
So, I miss it. I missed it. It's okay.
And the other thing I noticed that seemed to be really true, getting back to the goggles, doing the display like we talked about, I think would be great with this, maybe a pair of shadow boxes showing the full progression of what my process is for building a prop, using this one. Yeah, I think, sans straps and maybe some of the hardware, I think I could. I talked about I should make these as a kit, and I still think I could make these as a kit.
Yeah, I'm always encouraging him. Hey, you could do a kit.
And
you already did all the work to design these, to cut them out, to
do the thing, and did a lot of iterations and versions to figure out how I wanted these to go together. So yeah, they're still not ready yet, but I'm back on the idea of I need to make a kit and I need to make a build video for these things, and that is a short-term goal at this point.
Hey, as long as you get that dopamine hits of finished projects,
it
keeps you going.
Oh,
so
it does.
Those little hits, there's why am I doing it? Oh yeah, because I like this.
Yes. I enjoy doing this.
Yes,
I spent all day yesterday
but
making a special apple box for your chair to sit on, so you
Thank
can
you, by the way.
be up high enough. And yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Dopamine hits from that. Yeah, absolutely.
Finished, complete project. You can't underestimate that. Sometimes if you want to get a big project done, give yourself something that you can finish.
Yes.
And then it'll give you that motivation to do the giant one. Whether you ought to or not is a whole nother story. You can break it into doable bits and chunks, but...
Right. And
the thing that gets you going is those, oh, I made this cute little sweater. No, you don't start with the sweater. You make a square, and then you make a strip.
Right.
You have a scarf. And then all of a sudden you're doing these complicated sweaters because,
Actually, that's true for chainmail as well. You make a square. Oh, that wasn't so hard. Then you make a strip. Oh, this is cool. And then if you're like me, you run out of washers and you give it to a friend who just hangs it off the bottom of his helm. But that's, for doing chainmail. Yeah,
it's those little bits of hits of I made this, and those kind of get you keep going because sometimes it's hard to craft.
Yep.
And when you work as a creative, you don't get to wake up and go, I'm not feeling creative today.
Yeah, sometimes if you're working as a creative, absolutely.
If you're working as a creative. Now when you're a creative for yourself, you don't have to wake up and do it.
Nope.
There's nothing.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Why do you think it took us how many years to finish this project?
Too many.
Because we didn't have to.
Right.
It was for fun.
This is pretty cool. We got
$6.66.
Yes. $6.66.
Super chat.
Super chat from Adaptable Gamers. Oh, nice. Sup, everyone. Heart on heart. Keep it up. Great work, Mr. Odin, Felicia. You all the best.
Thank you, Adaptable.
Thank you, Adaptable Gamers. We very much appreciate the devil's money. Thank you. Very cool. So long-winded story, but it went over well. The exciting thought that I'm no offense to my friends who run the con, they thought it was amazing, and they wanted to talk to other places to try to get me to be able to do it at bigger conventions for pay.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm totally down for doing that. But I'm kind of like, do you guys really have the connections you think you do? They might.
But the thing is they all talk to each other.
Yeah, they do.
They all go to the same places. That was fun and we had a great experience. I want that. How do we do it?
Right.
So it is, now you have something you can do. I feel like it's fun. I'm always you need to do little live demos, and we did the ones
with
RanchoCon or May the 4th?
The May the 4th con, and then again with this last year. Yeah, which was more duct tape, because that was one where we only had an hour or 90 minutes to do it.
We made whole Jedi ropes.
Yeah, you made whole Jedi ropes, and I did duct tape lightsabers.
Yeah.
And I think it was even this last summer, came across somebody who was still wearing the Jedi robe that you helped him. He's like, oh yeah, I did this, I modified that, but this is still the same robe.
Small wins, right?
Yeah.
You have it. It's done. It's yours. And the thing is I really like interactive, workshops. That one was specifically supposed to be like, here's a kit, let's put it together.
Right.
But also having your live show. Now I have a show. Now it's a marketable show. So it makes sense. And having a live version versus like a live version where like we have with you guys, but then there's also the fun of having a tangible live session.
Yes.
Where,
and also at Creators Con in Colorado Springs did a sword building using carpet tape and foam for making LARPing weapons.
Yeah.
And that went really well, and everyone had a great time with it.
That cardboard where everybody just had a cardboard workshop.
Yes.
Make your own prop, ask me questions. Let's play.
Let's play.
Like,
yep.
There's some fun that can be had, and I'm all for it.
So hopefully I'll be able to do this again. SAC Anime has asked me in the past, and I brought it up, and I should actually text Scott again.
Hey, I can now.
Yeah, hey, I can now. Hey, I've done one about doing this, and what I'm looking at for SAC Anime, who Ghostbusters, there's nothing wrong with Ghostbusters for SAC Anime, except that's not really anime. I mean, there's real Ghostbusters, but they're very different. Allspark from the animated Transformers, which is also one that gets a lot of love at the booth. There's a lot of people that come by and, oh my gosh, and what it is. So it's like, all right, let's do that one for SAC Anime, so it's a different flavor of thing that is more fitting for the con, and get another kit made.
Right?
Yeah.
See, it's addictive.
Yep.
This is why we craft.
Yep.
Museum Dave says, tangible live sessions where you can smell the heating foam and contact cement? Yes, please.
Yes. And that was all stuff I also brought up there was the smell and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a live experience, Miss Julia Child's live cooking show.
Live cooking show.
Right? So, that sounded like it was fun. Are you grabbing the packs?
Yeah, I'm grabbing some packs.
I
don't mind that we're just talking the whole time.
No, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. So,
right.
You did the live demo. We have completed packs. That's like what everybody's been here for how long?
Right.
We have finished packs. We wore those to SAC Anime. I have pictures of us with Slimer. And is this the one with the thing that you added so it can stand on its own?
Yeah. This is the one with the things that add that exactly that.
Yes. So.
Come here. And I'm still, that'll probably fall and make a noise. I'm still pretty happy and amazed that the pack pretty much just fits in a 27-gallon tote.
Yep.
It very much just fits in this. It's great.
When we started this project, we were pretty dang ambitious. We're like, we want every bell and whistle we can get. We were trying to add vacuum cleaners into this to make
anything we can.
We got to talk to freaking Ben Eady, who worked on the real packs, and get his opinions on it. And his two things were like, hey, it needs to have a rumble pack. It makes it feel real. And thanks to getting a pre-made one, we have the rumble pack built in.
Yes, the rumble pack is built into this one.
Other people's answers from like actual Ghostbusters at like the Terror Dogs and such. I heard people, their most important piece of their pack is like the sound.
Yes.
Like what is the tangible piece of this pack that really makes it? And we had ambition to add it all. We got a rumble pack.
Yep.
We even got the gaff tape attachment that is now technically canon for Phoebe's pack.
Yep.
Not Phoebe, but...
And I stuck some in the middle of the hose, too, for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So one of the modifications I do want to do to this is actually right here. I saw at both SAC Anime and then again at KaboomCon, someone put in a small piece of like scuba tube or gas mask tube right here. So it's a heavier corrugated rubber tube that just connected from the pack and then to this, which is what's in the movie. More texture, highly flexible. It reduces the strain on the pack.
Oh, nice.
And then because you're going from one tube to another tube, it's very easy to make a connection right here to disconnect them. Right? So then
you don't know till you know, and now we know.
With the way we made these packs, it's a lot better to just have a really hard connection here, which we do. There's a There's a wooden dowel that goes into the cyclotron that this is attached to with zip ties and everything else on it to give it compression, make it grip. So if that becomes the rubber piece, we could literally put XLR cable attachments out here, for like microphone cables. And that's all it needs to just click together, and it'd be easy to unclick it. And now the wand can be separate from the pack. As it is, literally, I'm just unscrewing the battery cover of the wand, and that's the only way I can really separate the two, right? Which, that works, but that's not quick and convenient.
No, but it's done.
But it's done, yes.
Yeah. I really enjoy having the ability to open up the whole pack. I know it was a small, stupid thing that we did last minute.
Right.
But that's one of those little features that I really genuinely appreciated.
So on the back here, most of you guys have seen this before. There's a little push button that unlocks and lets the whole pack open up.
And now you can use it as a backpack. Not like the most effective of backpacks, but hey.
Right. But hey, it works.
Look at you can put a can of soda right there.
Right. There's holes to be able to put the little Bluetooth speakers.
Some chips and snacks.
And there's plenty of space to be able to put in like a Mister or fog machine. Yeah. Candy bar, exactly.
Priorities, but yes, fog machine.
It's all good.
We got the little sound thing, so we could do some...
Yeah, we got the one little bitty boomer. Shop Gremlin has a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's about the size of a ping pong ball.
Just a speaker.
Yeah, it's just a speaker. It's a little Bluetooth speaker. But you put that little speaker inside of basically an acoustic box, like an acoustic guitar, and it sounds bigger and sounds deeper.
You can stick your phone in there.
Yeah, we could. I'll keep my phone out. But yeah, you could.
No, I know, but if you need to put your phone away in your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, this has still got all the other noises on it.
And it has a rumble pack built in.
Yeah, with an adjustable intensity.
So it's fun to have the toy. It's fun to build part of it. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And I think the only,
And this is the Afterlife wand because it has it's got the wooden foregrip and the.
Do we still have the other pieces that we were kind of attempting to make?
Yeah, we still have those.
And they're not that far off.
No, they weren't.
We totally could have done it, but whatever. I'm not missing the work that those would have entailed.
Yeah, no, neither am I. No,
I don't know where they are right now.
Yeah, I thought they were in this box, but they're not. They're way over by the freezer.
Oh, there's a freezer. You have lots of boxes.
I have lots of boxes. They're over here underneath the other jumpsuits.
Is that where the snacks are?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow! Those really don't look bad.
So had we not,
had we not got the toys, we would have been a-okay. They look fine.
I thought we had, I thought we had compared these before.
We have, but we're kind of going through.
Yeah, we're going through it again.
Rehashing, where we started
and where we are.
Yeah,
right. So
switch courses mid thing and unapologetically abandoned.
Right.
This part of the project and whatever because we weren't going to be off, but we were done.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the cost of the electronics to put into this, Lewis picked up a couple of these from Ollie's discount for the cost of the electronic boards that would have gone into this.
And
the same cost of the electronics board that went into the cyclotron, into the packs. Yeah, and it's done. And it's a whole thing done.
But it still took us years to get to where we are. But we did work a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
And this, we used a laser cutter to cut out where the pack itself, we did not use a laser cutter to cut out.
Right.
And you can actually see the difference. This has a little bit more organic shapes where this is really crisp.
Correct. Yeah.
Sorry,
I agree with that.
In your face, but this is super crisp. The edges are sharp and clean. Look at this. This box is 3D printed, but
the
crispiness of this.
The crispiness that is 3D printed. The heat sink is 3D printed.
Yeah, but even still, this is using a laser to cut it out versus cutting it out by hand. You could totally cut it out by hand.
Yeah.
You guys would never notice, but lasers was amazing. But finished plastic, cheaper.
It's finished.
So, totally did not expect the journey. Didn't know what we were getting into.
Right.
When I called out and was like, "Hey, you want to make Ghostbusters Proton packs?"
Actually, I've been wanting to for years.
I've
got the Alice frames. Sorry.
No,
somewhere.
And then that part where where like I had just fallen off of the roof and you're like climbing up the ladder and I'm like, don't fall!
Right, because in the old shop there was 20-foot ceilings, and so there was a section that was a enclosed room that was almost 10 feet off the ground, and so I had put a bunch of boxes up there to get them, to store them, basically in an attic, and buried up there in the back corner were the Alice packs.
Honestly, I was kind of getting nervous and worried that they didn't exist.
I don't blame you.
It's like I know my dad might have some, so I wasn't like
right.
Sometimes with projects, I'm like, I'll get that piece, it'll come to me. I'm not spending money on it.
Yeah.
You wait long enough to do a project, eventually that does happen. I got a jumpsuit.
Yeah, yes you did. And I know I was talking recently with Aria51 about the backpack that he's trying to make for Stompy. Realizing that making a back piece, even if it's just from like heavy duty foam PVC board or a piece of plywood, so there's a frame that the rocket pack for Stompy can then attach to, can just use the Alice Pack straps, because these are just straps that attach at the top behind your neck and then go around to the side. That this is really all that's needed on the inside that he's actually wearing underneath the Stompy chest to hold the backpack on.
And also,
and you can put a clip across here, so it's got a clip going across the chest so they don't slip back, because you can't adjust it once you got the suit on.
Yeah. And also, just pointing this out while you're showing the back of the pack was...
Oh, yeah.
That foam piece hits us in different places.
Yeah.
It goes right to the back of my head.
Yeah, it does. And also, I've got 2 layers of foam on here, because that's what it looked like was on Bill Murray's pack. This is considerably bigger than Murray's pack or the other Ghostbusters. This is, it's a piece of pipe insulation with another piece of packing foam on top squished down. I think it looks cool. I like it, but it is actually bigger than it should be.
Yeah, it's okay. It's Odin size, right?
Yep.
It's more to scale. But yeah, I was just like, it fits very comfortably. I wouldn't complain having to hike in that. Like, it's meant for going on a hike. I was like, oh, as long as I have snacks, I could go hiking in this.
Yeah. No, agreed. It is not uncomfortable to wear. I
could not cartwheel in it.
You tried. You got footage.
I did.
You didn't hurt your foot with that.
Nope, I did not. But the thing is the tail was too long at that point.
Yeah.
We did shorten it since.
We did shorten the tail since.
And the thing is like I like to look at my hands, so my head goes back, and then the thing hitting my head was throwing me off.
Right.
But working on it a few times, I probably could cartwheel in that. I know it's a weird thing, but always in my cosplay, the number one question is, can I cartwheel in this?
Oh, looks like this got left on.
And majority of my costumes, they can. Oh, did we kill the battery?
Oh, the battery's dead, Jim. It got left on. It got knocked on at some point.
So we have to put a new one in?
Got to put it in a 9-volt in. Oh, well, that's fine.
It made it through the con.
It did. It made it
people
through.
Playing
this is the same 9-volt that I put in a live stream back in August, and it was on through most of SAC Anime, and I turned it on and left it on all day, both days at KaboomCon.
Yeah. Bryce has an interesting question.
Yeah.
What's the total weight of the pack?
Okay.
We don't know the answer to that, but that's a legitimate good question, because it's foam, it looks heavy as heck, but it doesn't, the weight distribution doesn't feel bad. We didn't put the V-clips yet.
Right. I did briefly look for those during the week. I did not find them yet. I know they're here. This is the funny thing, is I had everyone here yesterday who helped me move. Right. Thank you so much, Adaptable Gamers Incorporated, Hire for Hire, because both of you guys helped me move, as well as Forrest and Chelsea. Both of you helped us move, helped us pack up the shop, move it all into the garage here. And we all distinctly remember, these are the V-hooks. These are important. I'll keep them in the box that Ralph sent them to, and I'll put them here so they're safe.
When you put something where you're not going to lose it is usually where I lose it the fastest. Because where the heck was that smart spot that I thought of? Because I'm not that same smart person right now.
Right. They're still safe wherever they are. We went through a few things. V-hooks are going to happen. I just need to find them. I did go through some of the boxes earlier this week a little bit. Still didn't come across them. Thought I found them, but it wasn't. It was a glove. But anyway.
We have to add that into the weight. But they're done enough that we ran around and played with them.
Right.
But we need patches, and we need that V-hook.
Yep.
You're going to adjust the tube, but it's like not a need.
No,
They-
I want
you
to adjust
know,
the tube to do it.
It's just something tweaking as we go. Like
Yeah, because it works as is.
it's fun. We're done, but also at the same time we're perfectionists and we'll tweak things. So
Right.
that's one of those tweaks. But the V hook needs to get added for it to be finished because I feel
Right.
like that's a source
Yeah,
of
because
weight.
then it'll actually, I guess it goes this way.
Yeah.
It'll actually attach and be done looking. But then if we do the jumpsuits, we need the elbow pads, which somebody talked about the Canon volleyball knee pads. I found those. Yeah, I sent
They've
you
gone
links
down
too.
$1.
Have they?
Yeah, they're only $18.99
Yes!
as opposed to
This is
$19.99. Because I almost bought them because before I had my surgery, I was like, can't I just crawl around? I have hardwood floors, it freaking hurts. So I was like, maybe I should get some knee pads and I'll get these ones. But it was like a month out before they would arrive, and I was like, well, that's pointless.
Right. So I want to buy those. Got the jumpsuits. I'm gonna need to get a belt extension for the pack because I'm bigger.
Make it
around
more
than
comfortable.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't click around
We're
me.
not the same size. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
This doesn't.
It's a doable thing, and I've actually got an extra clicker. So depending on how it's done, I can either spend the money to buy a proper military one that fits these, or you slide one end off and then
It's doable.
it's doable. And then
Yeah.
there's very specifically an Odin pack and specifically a Felicia pack. Because right now there isn't
They're
isn't one.
indistinguishable. We haven't been treating them like this one's mine and I'm
Yeah.
going to do it this way.
Not
It's
at
been
all.
like they need to be interchangeable because what if you get this one's in this shot? No,
Yeah.
whatever.
Um.
But
Yeah. I need a
distressing.
belt. And we need to make the gizmo because they all have not all of them, but 2 of them have a gizmo in their belt.
Yeah,
and
we
then
have
there's the P tube. Yeah.
yeah, so we have
Yeah,
a few
there's-
more. Like we're not done, but we made it to a con and it's been worn and it's
Yep. Yep.
gives us time to think about what the next project's going to be.
Yeah, and I do have interest in finishing kitting out the Ghostbuster uniform to approximately an 84. I'm very much interested in the 84 flavor. Is
Right?
the best way to put it.
I feel like I like the Phoebe found an 84 one and put it on. And
Yep.
then
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to go with more, I mean, this is an Afterlife 1. That's how accurate I'm trying to be. Good enough. I don't care.
right. If you know, thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Right. So, I feel like there's charm in it, and, it is what it is, and I like where we ended up. I
Yeah.
didn't expect to be here, but wow!
Yeah, we're here. We're here, and it does dumb things that they never did. It opens up like
Yeah.
a refrigerator.
Bryce, new. Don't forget my PKE and Gizmo holders.
Oh,
those
no,
made it.
those made it. They're in that picture.
Yeah, hold on.
Because I ended up buying toy PKE meters.
Not bad,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
right?
Oh, what's funny is, that's the other side. No, that's this side.
Yeah.
There's no V hook.
No.
Am I looking at the wrong side? Right-handed. So it would be this side. There's no V hook in that picture.
Yeah, look at.
Oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Huh,
Do you think it's hooked
before.
on that thing?
So, am I wrong? We're looking at a picture. Doesn't the V hook go right here?
There, you're clear.
Isn't this the side the V hook goes on? No, I guess that's his left hand. It is on the other side. Okay.
Okay. I was
Now
like,
that I'm looking at it on TV instead of in life, I'm realizing, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong side.
I don't hate my jumpsuit. I think my jumpsuit's pretty legit.
Yeah. Yeah, the one of the
And I think those Canon elbow pads will be fine.
Right.
Those look really, yeah.
one of the big things.
I would take off the logoing by just using a heat gun and some water.
For sure. And also, I'm noticing that they're very much wedge cut. So coming from there into they're a triangular cut. I've seen a lot of guys online where they keep them square.
Yeah, because you
But
can square them up, but you can just fold them in, and then it gives you that effect.
No, that'd be
Because
fine.
it's elastic.
Okay, that'd be fine. But yeah, that's one of the things I saw, and I'm interested in copying that.
Yeah, but you can
And-
do that with hand stitching it if you pinch it in at the center.
Okay.
Because that would keep it wide here, and then it would be to the
Be
narrow.
pinched in.
Yeah.
And I know he's wearing his gloves. I like the gloves hanging on the belt. I'm okay with that. I don't need to actually be wearing the gloves. But yeah, and I know Gonzo had interest in putting one together, and he wanted the goggles, which is kind of cool. I don't have a problem with Gonzo wearing the goggles.
Right.
It's nice that got a pair and can easily get a secondary pair. We can both have a pair. Everyone walk around with goggles on.
Right.
But
So, which picture do you like?
oh, you can show any picture you want because I am what I am. So
Your butt or mine?
Oh, my butt for sure.
Sides. We got full shots.
We got full shots. These are all pictures from SAC Anime when the two of us finally got to put everything on and yeah, screw around. And it happened to be perfect day because Gonzo came by at that point in time. And he got very excited. So yeah, it's packs, and at this point in time, only the wand that Felicia's got a hold of was the only wand that was put together. But you can see that, yeah, Bryce, we've got your holster for the PKE meter, and it's just got like the Ruby's, you know, Halloween toy PKE meter in it, which we took the goofy belt clip off of. And then also you can see on my side the waistband is not clicked because it wouldn't go around me.
I wouldn't have even noticed that.
Yeah, but that's what's hanging there. That's the waist belt because it wouldn't click around me, which is fine. You know, not ideal, but it is what it is. Just like Dragon Ball, Kitty V hooks is going to be the filler we need to get to the next step. Yeah, pretty much, Ad Vixen. There are a couple things we can do. I know not on this one. This one, the tips of the screws, because the wood screws came through the motherboard. This is the one where I have ground them down. I haven't on the other one yet. So I need to grind those down and then repaint the scarring, which I know is just out of camera, but trust me, it's here. And there's a whole edge of wood here that needs to be repainted. So there's a little bit of touch up on this. There's already dings in the foam. From the wand sitting in the
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
like it's not. It looks like we did it on purpose because there's a little silver right there.
Yeah, but this is because the wands fit. You know, I was saying the wands in with the packs, and then they sit in the packs, right?
So the weight, yeah.
So
you
the
have
weight,
to be
or
careful
in
about packing it
the
with
bins.
The heat.
That's it, right? Which is like, whatever. But there is one decal we haven't put on yet.
Which one?
The big one that goes in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been specifically putting this off because I know you're all about decals.
I like a good sticker. Yeah.
Oh, right. Before we get into decals, do you want one other side quest? One other quick side thing? It's 1 o'clock.
Do we have mail?
I've got mail. We got mail.
Oh, we have Ghostbusters 1 belt and gizmo.
Yeah, Lewis sent us some... so this is still technically mail, but this is old mail. This is a heavy glossy printout of the gizmo motherboards. So in order to make a good pseudo gizmo that hangs off your belt.
Oh, look it.
We've got patterns, which you really can't see. It's just a white piece of paper. But, yeah, that's good. So these are all the pistol belt keyring things. So this is for leather patterns for cutting out leather in order to make all the little key fob belt pieces that go around your equipment belt. So yeah, we've got more things we can make, which I thought was really cool because this
we haven't run out of stuff yet.
No, this would be very easy to laser cut and make the leather pieces.
Right. Because
at this point, I'm all about laser cutting, and he sent all sorts of links to a great builder who all of his videos are in Spanish, but showing how he's made foam goggles and a bunch of other stuff, which I didn't reference when making my goggles, but could have, because I can see what the guy did and it looks really good. So the decal that we need to put on is the
Big Danger.
The Big Danger that goes in the back of the pack.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So this one that goes against us behind on the pack. We hadn't put it on yet because the motherboards needed to be finished. And then everything else are just extras. Oh, cool. We got the triangles. Those will go in my goggles, or can. But anyway, what I have is I've got mail, which I set over here. This arrived a little while ago. I managed to pick it up on Friday. We got a package from Rebecca Stowe. So this is Rebecca's ST...
Stowe,
maybe? Yeah.
Sorry, I can butcher anyone's name.
Yeah, we butcher anyone's name.
Ooh, I like their stamps.
Yeah, they got great stamps. It's SpongeBob. A couple of SpongeBob stamps. There you go, if you want to hit cut. There you are. Now, I'm pretty sure... I haven't opened up yet. I'm pretty sure this is from Shadowlands Radio. And they happened to send it to the old P.O. box. The original one, 874, which I don't use anymore. Thankfully, I know who's got this P.O. box, but my actual P.O. box now is 3152. Everything else is the same, Orangevale, California, 95662. But what's also really appreciated, I said this to the people working at the post office, because they brought up, so this is a different number, but this is you, right? It's like, yeah, that's me. That's my old P.O. box, and I'm not there anymore. And I went, yeah, that's what we thought. There's postage due. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. But it's a nice fluffy package, and the fact that it's
looks like there's something fun in.
There's something in the center of this here. Yeah. Shadowlands. Is Shadowlands here? I don't think so.
In this immediate spot.
Kind of a bummer. I was hoping they'd be here. And I could be wrong. It may not be from Shadowlands. It's from Rebecca. But the reason why I was thinking it was Shadowlands is it really feels like Shadowlands keeps talking about making wands. And this really, to me, doing the whole... there you go. Doing the whole pissing off my parents with Christmas present things like, oh, these are wands, aren't they? That's actually kind of cool. They're tied.
Yeah. Drumsticks? No, wands. What do they say? That one's with this one.
Felicia, hope you enjoy with a skull.
It's very Hermione Granger.
So that one's specifically for you?
Yeah, that one has the tag.
Oh, okay.
Look at the runes.
Oh, nice. All right, what's this? Oh, this is actually a very nice little bow
Very
in there.
lightweight. Ooh, there's sparkles at the end.
Odin, hope you enjoy with a. Yeah.
Yep, with some nice bias tape.
Bias tape is a little...
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Some close-ups.
Because it's got a nice rune. I do not know the Futhark runes, so I cannot tell you which one this one is. I'm sorry. I'm not living up to my name. There you go. But it's not. It's probably O.
For Odin. Would make sense.
But yeah, it is a full-on wooden stained dowel. It's got a taper. Yeah, it's bias tape for a grip with a little bit of fuzzy on mine in the Ravenclaw colors. Thank you very much.
And then, here you go.
And then yours, this is actually a burnt. This is not, so mine feels like a wooden dowel. It may not be a wooden dowel. It may be an actual piece of wood off of a tree. Not like a wooden dowel isn't. But I mean, as opposed to buying a stick, this has got more of an organic shape to it.
It's from Richard Stowe.
Oh, it's from Richard Stowe.
I made them completely from scratch.
Richard Stowe. Oh, okay, not Rebecca. Sorry. So it's not Shadowlands. These are very, very cool. And then, yeah, you've got your...
Yeah, with the little hand stitching. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
And look at the tip. It has sparkles.
Oh, it does.
It's magical.
So I want to put it closer to the camera, but that isn't necessarily going to help. Can I catch sparkles while it's in focus? Little tiny bit.
Yeah. It's the little details.
And this is wood burnt, isn't it? This is like wood burnt all the way up. This is not trivial to do a spiral like that.
That's consistent.
Consistent apart from itself, like all the way to the tip. That is impressive.
Right?
and you can see that it's organic. It's not a perfect round, right there. It's got a bit of a lump to it. And still Richard managed to keep it consistent. That's really cool. These are very cool.
So now we can dress up.
Yes.
As Harry Potter. I have a Harry Potter costumes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, look it. That was magic.
Oh, this is very cool.
Put a little wire with a feather on it.
Yes, there you go.
Or no, just string, fishing line.
Well, I'm sorry that I wasn't reading the name properly. I'm not very good reading cursive. But thank you, Richard. This is really, really cool.
It. Gives me Fleur vibes, but also Hermione.
So which rune is it, did he say? Or did he pick one specifically?
He says, yep, they're both wood burned.
Okay.
Doesn't say which one.
Okay. You can look it up, but... This is cool.
Shadowlands Radio says, those aren't from me.
Those aren't for me. Okay. But Shadowlands, you talked about making wands, right? That's why I put the two together. And, yeah, anyway.
Louis Cossey says, neutrino wands and magic wands episodes?
Yep.
This episode is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
I'll be here all day.
Thank you. Do we have to get back to a point? Anyway. Oh, this is cool.
Because it's our show.
Oh, good.
The cosplay cleric says it's Odal or O.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cosplay cleric would know. So it is O. Okay.
Oh.
Oh! Very cool.
Is it okay?
No, kind of if you go this way, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, it's literally just O.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Sorry. Sorry.
Always like when I used to coach gymnastics, when I'd have a fairy wand, I'd doink them on the head.
Okay.
Give them a little doink. Sit up straight.
Boink.
Doink. Give you a little
Heal.
princess wand, right?
Right.
No, I have to drink the bone healing juice. Isn't that what they do? No.
Oh, yeah, huh.
Skelly Grow.
Skelly Grow.
Need some Skelly Grow.
Yes, but the bone isn't broken anymore. There's no bone. Nah, super cool. Very, very appreciated. Yeah, thank you. These are very, very cool.
Shadowlands Radio says the runes on yours, Odin, is actually for the Norse god you share the name with.
Okay.
And Richard, so you're ever so welcome, and Odin has an Odin rune.
Right on. Thank you all.
I feel like you should work that into like a logo, like your...
Yeah. Yeah, it could.
Like just...
Probably should.
Yeah, just that in your yellow.
Yep.
As a patch or a pin.
Okay.
I don't know, you got some branding. You got a whole traveling show now, so there's
Apparently I
that.
have a traveling show now. Coming soon to a con near you. God, I hope.
A wand workshop.
There you are.
That would be fun. Who would go to one of those? I would.
Yeah, a wand workshop would be... Yeah, because you just start with a bunch of blank wands and then everyone just has to do some water-based staining.
I've done that for a birthday
whatever.
party.
Yeah,
Each
that totally
kid got
worked.
one. It was easy. It was fun. I
Yeah.
had one adult in charge of the hot glue gun, though, so...
That would help.
Yeah. Little things. But it was with a bunch of little kids.
The Rancho Cordova Con, the May the 4th con, which is now in April, is coming up again, and she's going to ask if Donna's going to ask if we want to do workshops again, and she has
Last year
spread
was
it
a
out
weird
from,
reason why I didn't make it, but also
Right.
she never got a hold of me.
Right,
Yeah.
and then I kind of Yeah,
we diddle-daddled on that.
We
and
diddle-daddled
it
a lot on
happened.
that.
But it was so much fun that it's not that I don't want to.
right.
Yeah.
You're invited to come back, and so are you, Dan. But
What's the
she's
theme
done.
next year?
She's gone more video game.
Okay.
Just in general, because one of the things she does is she's a coach for an Eastwarts team. So the con has gone more that instead of Star Wars, because she also recognized that doing it on the actual 4th of May, it's really hard to get anybody Star Wars to show up to your con, because they've all scheduled themselves out last year to be at a big event.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to try and be on theme, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like Star Wars is on theme for video games.
It is.
So it's not like out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
But I did like the idea, your cardboard workshop. That was fun.
Oh, the Cardboard Workshop was great.
Or no, that wasn't yours. It was.
No, it was. I can't remember her name. But,
Their name.
Yeah, their name.
I am blanking. Now
Right.
that I said that.
But they were there the year before as well, helping us, and so they did a workshop of their own in between. So it was great fun getting help with the cardboard workshop, and that was freeform, which was fun.
Oh yeah.
It was oh, we're just gonna make stuff. It's like, oh, okay, great.
That's kind of what the robes ended up being, but it was like make your vague version of your Jedi. You know?
Okay.
But I think wands would be fun. There we go.
There you go. It's not quite arrows through the head. No, I've never. When I had hair, I couldn't do that. 'Cause I did have long hair, but mine never had a lot of body to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a haircut now, but
When I'm working, my hair goes up, but I don't like having my hair up because it starts to give me a headache, so my hair's always down. Hence why I just really like having my hair down, but when I need to work...
you bumped it twice, it's already working its way out because it's tapered.
That's been pretty good, though, for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read some
No,
comments.
again,
'cause I
thank you
missed
so
a lot
much,
of them.
Richard. Yeah, let's read comments for a minute, and then we'll get some decals put on.
Louis Cossey says, now Felicia can fix her foot, repair his foot bonus.
Yes, it's a pedicure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Richard Stowe, for yours, Odin, I was thinking of a wizard since you're one
Okay.
with foam. And Felicia's, I was thinking more of a fairy. Yep, I feel like
Okay.
I am very fairy.
Okay.
Funniest thing, because on the way here I was dropped off because I right foot not driving at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I was just making, like, I was explaining how I remember how to get here without using GPS, and the name of your street has Bard in it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, too much information, but it just is like, how I remember it is, like, if Odin was playing D&D, he'd be a bard, even though you wouldn't be a bard, but, like, that's how I'm like, Odin lives on the one that's the
Yep.
thing. So then the person that dropped me off is like, I don't see Odin as a bard. I think he's more of a wizard. I'm like, I agree, but this is remembering the street name. It's not supposed to actually.
I've played a tank a lot. Where
Okay.
you just run up and hit stuff.
So if you were to choose your D&D character, you prefer to be a tank than a wizard?
When I've done things, so this goes more back to EverQuest and online games. I've been the tank, and I've been an enchanter, and I've been a wizard type. And the tank, I actually advanced the most on. I found that one the most fun to play. You just run it and hit stuff.
Odin Smash.
Yeah, Odin Smash, exactly. But no,
I like
what's
to
fun,
be the one that heals from far away because I'm like, conflict.
Yeah.
Let's just heal. I'll make it better. Make it better.
the support, that was a lot of fun too, and I actually did that playing Team Fortress. I played the medic a lot, where I'd run around and keep the team healed.
Yeah, medic.
So, yeah, I've done that as well. Yeah.
Because I can heal myself and I can heal everyone else.
Right.
I bring healing. I like that one.
And I can supercharge the heavy gunner to 300 hit points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the supportive role. I am not going to smash. But I just thought it was funny. It was like...
God, that's Team Fortress 1, too, I think. Just Team Fortress, not Team Fortress 2. Anyway.
Yeah. I would not have put you as a tank, but it makes sense. But I think it's funny.
I'm okay with it. I don't mind the Enchanter Wizard role. That's fine, too. Yeah. I enjoy that there
I've
are a couple...
actually never played, so...
That's fine. I've never played properly.
Exactly.
I've done screw-around versions, but I never actually sat down and full-on played.
You need, like, lots of people that are committed to do that.
Yeah, it helps.
It does.
Yeah. And crazy creative people help, too.
Yeah, my brothers do it, but...
Yeah.
I'm
You're not going to
their
spend time
annoying
with your
sister.
brothers.
No, I love my brothers.
Oh, that's good.
I do, but I just think it's funny. But anyways, so you're not a wizard or a bard.
It's all good.
Hulk smash. I mean, Odin smash.
Odin smash.
Odin smash.
All good.
Shadowlands Radio says,
Yeah.
I'm working on carving a carnation flower for my mom along with the wands. I just got my first set of carving knives. Right? Those little
Wow.
projects that give you this...
Yeah, that's cool, and that's not trivial.
awesome.
That's
No,
cool.
That's fun. Shady's going back to bed. He has
Okay.
surgery tomorrow, whatever they decide to do. So good luck with
Oh,
that.
good luck with
Sweet
Shady.
dreams.
Yes.
Right? I could not sleep the night before I had surgery.
Right. Poor
was-
Shady's torn his feet up, and he never gave himself a chance to heal, and so, yeah, he's...
Yeah. But, hey, I survived. Only one blown out vein.
Only one blown out vein.
Well, I had a guy who was there to practice doing putting
IV?
in IVs.
Okay.
He didn't know what he's doing, and
Yeah.
he messed it up. And then the lady didn't make him do it again, and she's just like, "Here," and did it, and it didn't hurt at all, and it felt, I was just like,
Right.
"Oh, geez, you're good at your job, and I appreciate you."
Yes! It's...
But you have to learn because you don't know until you know. So, anyways,
Yeah. I don't mean to scare anyone who's got a needle phobia, but it's interesting that it's very mild when they're doing the needle in for the IV, or even the big needle for doing blood draw, right? That isn't a big deal. What hurts is when they're not careful and push it out the backside of the vein. That's when it's like, that's wrong.
this side.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Anyways, but sending good vibes.
Right.
Louis Cossey said, I thought a walking stick wand would have been something interesting for a Harry Potter character.
Yeah.
Didn't Dumble? No, he had his Elder Wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only really
Hagrid had an
oddball one
umbrella.
was the umbrella. Was what I was thinking of. I don't think anyone had a walking stick.
What about the Mad-Eye Moody? He had his little... Or the
Did Mad-Eye Moody have a thunk?
or the
Might have.
guys from Dungeon or the boys that came for the Goblet of Fire, you know, when they come in and they have their sticks that light on fire.
Okay.
Are those their wands? Or are they just magic fun sticks that go on fire? I don't
Magic
know. Is
fun
it like
sticks.
their wizard baton team? Boys? I don't know, but yes, I can geek out about that.
What's funny is after
Odin tanks.
Odin tanks, after years of we're going on 5 years for the Onward staff, right?
This is how Odin smashes. I'd buy that shirt.
There you go. Wow. The Onward staff that I did back in 2020, right? It's now 5 years old. It's gone to cons. It's constantly been one where you can hit it in the ground and the little bouncy ball lights up inside the Phoenix gem that flickers and glows. It's finally gotten to the point to where as many times as it's been assembled and disassembled, the wooden screw bit inside of it is finally wearing out to the point that when you're striking it, it'll kind of come undone.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of a bummer, but still, this is 5 years of going to a con every other month, getting struck on the ground, getting assembled and disassembled. You know, I've got a good test here for how sturdy these things are, and the fact that this thing, that the battery inside the irreplaceable battery inside of the Phoenix gem has lasted longer than the physical connection of the paint pen, of the paint roller. Yeah.
Yeah, remember I told you at the costume shop, first thing we do is when we finish the costume is throw it on the ground and kick it?
Yep.
If it can't survive that.
Yep.
So I feel like that's the version of taking it to a con, a prop to a con.
Yeah, constantly over and over again. And the Mechagodzilla, kind of the same thing. He's getting to be 4 years old. I think it was 21, September 21, when he was finished and finally went to a con as a complete suit. I am not taking care of that suit at all. It gets put on top of everything else in my truck when I'm going to drive to Nevada, which was, like a 3-hour drive, and then strapped down the ratchet straps and crushed.
Foam, heat, wind.
Bugs, and so crushing the tail and crushing the chest, and he still looks fine.
But it looks more screen accurate
Yeah, it looks
now.
more screen accurate because he's beat to shit.
Right.
But, yeah, going on 4 years, and I know from talking to other creators who get really particular about their builds and about how they're only good for 3 or 4 cons and they don't want to bring them out anymore because they're embarrassed by how beat up they are.
Yeah,
Which
I can see that.
I can see that, but at the same time, I look at myself and go, yeah, I don't care.
It's called character.
Yeah.
People pay for that distressing.
And if it wasn't Mechagodzilla, if it was Marvin the Martian, right? Somebody that needs to be pristine and not Marvin the Martian, Marvin the Paranoid Android. Somebody who needs to be pristine and perfect, I would have a much bigger problem with it. So it's 100% what the character is. But still, at the same time, I've got lots of other props that I haven't really taken care of that need to be more pristine, and I still don't care.
Because you got the enjoyment of making it.
Yeah.
It's there. It's done. It's
done.
loved.
Yep, it's loved. Moving on! Like the rangefinder on the Heavy Mando, after years of being stuffed into bins, it is so it's floppy and it needs some attention. but
it's done.
It's done. It still works. It becomes a talking point. Yeah, I built this thing first season of Mandalorian. It's still fine. This is the only part that's gotten me where.
Even Yoda puppet's gonna disintegrate. It's couch foam. It oxidizes and granulates.
So in 3 years' time, when we're pulling out the Proton packs and they're beat to snot because of how many miles with the wands bouncing on them, you guys can quote me on this when I'm lamenting on how beat up they are. But honestly, it is also why the 501st doesn't want foam stormtroopers. They were open to it in the beginning, but the issue that has been explained to me more than once, it's too hard to keep the foam armor, especially the chest piece, looking like all the other stormtroopers.
And also,
when they're
just
done out of foam.
FYI, from a weird experience, a steamer. Like if you have like a Superman 6-pack chest, you know how they have those foam ones?
Yeah.
And then you wash that costume and then it's never the 6-pack again, or you have the fold lines from it coming out of the package.
Right.
A steamer, like a handheld steamer, reshapes it back to normal. Foam bus cups those go back to the perfect shape without the wrinkles with the steamer. So if you are working with the foam that has been heat pressed, like for packaged costumes or pre-shaped,
or crushed in the bottom of a bottle,
or if you're trying to restore something that you've made that you need to, steam is your best friend. Okay, like that, like. We working in a costume rental shop, we rented out those 6-packs all the time, and we would launder them constantly, and they got looking pretty rough, but a steamer brought them right back. So
interesting.
Like, don't underestimate steaming your packaged Halloween costumes to take them to the next level. Like, coming out of a package, they look like package usually because you see the lines. It's shiny, cheap fabric, and you see the lines. You steam it up. All of a sudden, it's a little more magical. That's what the secret is like when I do catalog work or commercial work, we steam everything because you don't want to see the creases of new clothes. You do not. It needs to look perfect. Steamers.
Steamers. Okay.
Steamers. Yes.
Steamers. Okay, good.
Yeah. So
cool.
Just little experience for you.
Right.
But okay. Spin skipping comments.
Yeah.
Advixen says Odin's a paladin, Felicia a cleric, Dan rogue, Shock Gremlin druid. But would you be...
Shock Gremlin's a thief.
There you go. Dan Does Junk says, why would you make someone with a busted knee a rogue? Museum Dave says, Mad Eye Moody did have a walking stick.
Okay.
And Shadowlands Radio says, Moody had a staff, Hagrid had the umbrella.
Right. So Moody did have a staff. Okay.
Dan Does Junk wanted to drop kick his Gundam suit so many times. Shadowlands Radio said Lucius Malfoy has his wand hidden in his cane.
Okay.
And then Advic says, ooh, we have an excuse to buy a lathe so you can make your own paint connector out of more sturdy wood. And Cosplay Cleric says, case in point was right behind you.
The puppy?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Because that is something else that... Puppy's getting to be 6 years old, and up at the very tip where the grip meets the sword itself, most of the paint's worn off there. It's just down to being the foam clay, and the leather. So many hands have been on it. It's much darker than it used to be, and there's like the eyeball needs a little bit of love, and there's veins missing. This thing could use a little bit of touch up, but at the same time, it still
looks too good.
Still looks freaking great, yeah.
Right? It photographs well still. Adaptable Gamer says, depends on Dan, how good is your drop kick skills? Advixen says, Odin Revisited is still a great way to get into the shorts, his video content. And Nintendo Game Dude says, everything sort of has a shelf life. I work in costume building. Some of the samples we created after a couple years begin to harden and to bring them back, we apply some heat and it brings them back.
Okay.
Yeah. Worked in a costume shop. There are more fragile things than others, and as long as you're having fun, it's a costume, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like you can always do it better next time. You know what you need next time. And Richard Stowe says, you guys have made me so happy that you like the wands. I put a lot of work into them. I did make my own one that has a dragon on it, which is based off of Garmel's. Did I say that right? One from the Life of Action Smurfs.
Gargamel?
Gargamel.
Yeah, Gargamel.
Okay.
He's the angry black wizard who's always trying to boil the Smurfs and make stew out of them or whatever. One that has Azrael the cat. Yeah, those guys. No, I've never watched the Smurfs. I never watched them Saturday morning first run in the 80s. Nope, I didn't do that. Yeah, I did.
I've made a few Smurf costumes. We had Smurfs we made for the costume shop. Those had kind of more of the couch foam for the hats.
I totally can't sing the la 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 la. No, I can't do that
either. Yeah, I've done those costumes a few times.
Yeah.
Smurfette. Yes. Advixen says, Odin, next demo you should have an assistant. Lab coat Odin is pretty good, like Jurassic Park. All you need is a screen, and you can fast forward all the sanding and spraying like a legit cooking show.
Well, I just, I
feel like it's a character, the Lab Coat Odin.
Lab Coat Odin, yeah.
Yeah, just make it a show, like with the assistant and the, yeah.
No, that'd be cool. I think the way they did it worked out really well because I actually showed it, right, and talked about how it felt and how it worked, and then moved on because you do this to all the rest of it, and they could see how long it was going to take.
Yeah.
You know, to some extent, and so very happy with it. And
did you add the sticker?
I did.
I completely missed it because
Sorry, there's one more to do.
It's okay.
And I kind of guessed on how I saw some other ones went with where it went, where it's on the pack.
You eyeballed it without measuring exactly. Oh my gosh, I'm rubbing off on you.
Thank you. Well, I've looked at a number of the packs at cons, and they are all over the place in the back of the back of the packs. So
yeah, just kind of get stuck there.
Yep. At least that was the feeling I got.
Richard Show says, I don't like the way he has a dragon wand in the live-action Smurfs. It's a cool wand. I might cast the dragon out of metal soon, though. That's super cool.
Oh, okay.
And then Louis Cossey says, a build idea for you. A posable pipe frame skeleton for the Spirit Halloween life-size dummy. Not many tutorials.
Spirit of Halloween life-size dummy.
Remember when we used to like have a dummy for Smosh? I feel like that's what it reminds me of. At one point I gave him muscles, like the muscle suit.
Okay.
I don't know, but a frame to make him stand up.
Huh. I'm just not sure which spirit it is. It's just the spirit that's not quite the...
For the Spirit Halloween life-size dummy. I think it's just a dummy that Spirit Halloween has.
Okay.
And I think that's the one we used to use for Smosh. Remember that thing? That we would use in place of Ian or Anthony when we...
I think so.
It was our version of Buster.
Right.
Yeah, I missed that guy.
Okay.
He was in your guys' department, but I dressed him.
Right.
And then at one point
What's
I got
funny
him
is
a
I don't
whole
remember as
skin
well as
suit.
you do, but...
Well, I
remember the skin suit, yeah.
I got him a whole, like... I had a boy one and a girl one.
Okay.
Like, where it was just like a naked bodysuit, but it was a person.
Right.
That thing went through very many phases. I
Yes,
missed
it did.
him. Like, he reminded me of Buster from Mythbusters. Yeah.
Lawless burning. Because poor Buster got in just a few fires.
Yeah, we didn't actually burn.
Didn't actually know.
No, we didn't use fire very much.
No, it's not. It was not terribly safe.
No.
But yeah.
So you got to stick this one with the sticker.
Yeah. What's funny is something about a coming project I thought, and I lost it. It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, hey! I finally know what the movie I worked on its name is.
Oh, that's good. I get it.
So here you go. I peeled it.
Okay, that's good. So you're participating.
Look, I helped people.
Yes, I helped. No, is there a?
I feel like you've definitely done more of the. I don't know. We've done a lot of weird work, but I've definitely let you do a lot. Camera 3.
Camera 4.
4.
Still not a lot. Yeah, still not a lot to see because still a lot of like forcing the pack into the camera, and I don't really want to slide it around on top of all the detail.
Right. Let's not like smoosh it.
Yeah, let's not go out of our way to wreck it. So on the inside, behind the rod against the motherboard, and I did it about equal to up where the our foam piece is, which has got a dent in it from the Neutrino One cord. But this is about where I put the other one. It was up a little higher because I've seen some that were down pretty low, but I've seen a few that are up a little higher. I figured it was a little higher. It might be easier to see when you're wearing it.
Because nobody's gonna see it when it's on your back. It'll
Right.
be a detail if you're like not wearing it, and then they're gonna see the. Look it, we put a sticker on it. Can you see?
Yeah, we put a sticker on it. Warning stickers on it now.
Now it's safer.
Yeah, much safer now. Now you know there's a warning. Go ahead and click back over. Yeah.
Look, it's magic. Do you
Oh,
believe
hey.
in magic?
Oh,
did it come unscrewed?
Yeah, the screws have come a little loose from rattling around. You know, from driving to Nevada and back.
Yeah. Louis Cossey says the dummy you can dress up and sit or lay. It doesn't stand.
Okay.
Oh,
that was what I was thinking of, the dummy, Lewis. So there's a grocery store that I frequent around here called Winco. I know they're up and down the West Coast at least. I don't know how far they get out. This year, again, Winco has the inflatable Stay Puft. That's like a yard art thing, right? So it's just Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He's fully inflatable with a fan on one of his feet. But if you stop to look at him, even though he's 8 feet tall or 9 feet tall, he's got a real short crotch height. And it's like, that would not be hard to modify into a suit. You might need more than one fan to fill that much volume, but that would not be hard to make into a walk-around Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit.
I like the way you think, and I kind of agree. It's not like we haven't done those before.
Right.
And it is airtight. That was one of the issues we...
Right, it's already basically done. We'd have to fix the foot and
Velcro
and put in some sort of get into it. Yeah.
Entrance, yeah. That's totally doable.
Even if it's just like a old school long john butt flap to crawl into the thing, right?
Honestly, I feel like the back seam, you just open up, pop the seam, and add Velcro.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Because that would be just as airtight as a seam.
And it's made out of a very thin material so you can see the lights inside, which is fine. Those can stay. You'd probably see the person inside. But
so you wear a white suit underneath.
Yeah.
Wear like a hazmat white suit underneath inside so you get the fluffy feeling.
Fluffy. Yeah, so I don't know. I was just... Saw it again. You know, I saw it last year, saw it again earlier this week. It's like, I don't see how that could not work.
If you get it, I will do it.
All right, then.
Challenge accepted. I feel like that's completely doable.
So how's this one doing for battery power?
It's lighting up.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Good.
Got some lights going.
Yay! That one's got lights.
Let there be light.
Sweet.
It works. Dan Does Junk says, do it, do it, do it.
Do it.
Yes. Cosplay Carrick says, I might be going to Winco, BRB.
Thank you, Cosplay Cleric.
Museum Dave says, where is such a funny thing? We do weathering to make our props look not brand new.
Right.
Yet too much is distressing.
Yeah.
I've made a number of interactive replicas for museums. The public wrecks stuff quickly. Yes.
Yes.
Costume rental shop, hence the kicking.
Yes.
Like if it can't survive being on the ground and kicked around, it's not going to survive a party, the public.
Right.
People.
My old shop that I had, the previous owner would make museum interactive things for, you know, everything. And yeah, he talked about how bulletproof things had to be. Like crazy level of bulletproof.
I like looking at like details at Disneyland of all the wear and tear of the, you know how many people sit and stand and just put their hand on this spot and it's shiny. Like
yeah. How much
they drill out screws so people don't unscrew them.
Yes, so people don't unscrew them, or there's you know, they'll weld extra pieces onto the guide rails for the corral pen, so it looks like it's bamboo, and the tops are just worn down. The bottom still has got all the paint and everything on it, but the top is just
people are hard
polished.
on things.
Yeah.
People can be very hard on things, and that's where you're looking for when you're distressing, because you want to see where people would naturally wear, not just, oh, it looks pretty here and it reflects the light. It's like it gets used because they're constantly doing this, so this would be worn out, you know. So I like that. I geek out on that shit. So yeah, distressing can be distressing.
Yes.
But what's really nice is on camera, it doesn't pick up as much distressing as you think. So you can go pretty heavy-handed on it. Because I used to be really light on my distressing, and Ryan would be like, more! Come on, I need more.
The camera, you need to put more on so the camera... You gotta be a moron so the camera can see it.
Yeah. You can't undistress stuff, but, you know, like, there is a level where, you know, like, you can go pretty heavy-handed and things, and it still looks pretty decent.
If you guys want to look something up that's kind of fun, find images of the original Aliens suits, especially the background ones that were just popping in and out of shadows, because they were fully realized cast suits of the Xenomorph, but they were practically painted with fluorescent paint so the low light could pick up those details and you would get what you see in the movie. And then the movie is color graded and color corrected on top of that. But the props are like really crap washed. Like, you know, Halloween stuff, Spirit Cells is painted better. Yes. Leave me alone.
The fly. Go.
Yeah.
Be gone.
Be gone.
I like having the wand.
Oh, that's good.
It's just
the wands are very cool. Yeah, the wands are very, very cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
So one of the things that I ran into as a problem, and I ran into this a number of times using a laser cutter, and it became a big problem with trying to get multiple pieces cut for the goggles, is when you buy foam, because the easiest way to get it, it comes on a roll. And this one isn't so bad because it's thinner, but when you lay that down into a laser, it's expecting something to be 4 millimeter thick, 3 millimeter thick, and flat. But when it curves up like this, when you start cutting pieces out of it, those pieces will pop up, catch the laser, everything moves, and your entire piece is ruined. And
Does magnets help?
Magnets help, but it's still the same problem. I've done
because
magnets.
Because once it's magnet down, when the part's released, it
when the
gives
part's
that
released,
curve
it
back
pops up. Yeah.
What does spray glue help?
Spray glue could help.
Like not like a thick the Eileen's one that I like.
Yeah.
The one that turns into sticker that you
it's
really
repositionable fixative or whatever.
The repositionable one, would that help keep it flat so it's not?
That could. I didn't try. That could help.
You give me a problem, I'm going to start trying to solve it for you. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, I realized that using a heat gun, you can relax the foam and lay it down. But that's a big pain in the ass with a 1 foot by 2 foot sheet that fits into my laser cutter.
The little pieces. Yeah, you get the edge, and you want to be efficient as possible. Makes sense.
Yeah. So I started looking up what the temperatures were and what I need to use. Turns out, after a little bit of experimentation, that even with thicker bits of foam.
A lightweight iron? Cool iron? Oh, just smoosh it between two boards?
Setting your stove to 240 degrees, 250 degrees for about 2 minutes. This is 10 millimeter what the foam. This stuff is curled when you bring it out. So I literally took, and here's a piece of 4 millimeter foam.
Odin Bakes.
Odin Bakes. Not this piece of plywood, but I took a piece of MDF that happened luckily to be the same size as the rack in my oven. So I took the rack out of my oven, put this piece of MDF into the slots so it had a very smooth thing to lay on so I wouldn't brand the oven rack space into it, and then would just take the EVA foam. There's a little bit of a little on there.
That's not bad compared to everything else.
That's where I picked it up.
Oh, while it was soft, huh?
While it was soft. And it comes out super crazy soft. I actually shot a lot of it.
You have to let it cool so it holds the heat when you curl your hair.
Yeah. And so I ended up laying it onto this piece of plywood on the kitchen table and put a piece of floor mat foam on top of it to let it cool. And it would cool down
and if you wanted to, you could add texture at that face.
Absolutely
like
could.
A leather texture or whatever.
Absolutely
but anyways.
Could. And it took like maybe a minute to cool in order to get down to, and then, it's so getting the foam flat. It worked so well. It was amazing.
Do you think you could get a holographic finish onto?
Possible.
One of those, like using that technique, because I know,
possible.
Because I can see it happening, but also foam is porous, so it might not.
Yeah, it may not quite as well, but because you can buy holographic beds for 3D printing, and that will totally.
Yeah, and I know they have them for baking, so you can make pretty butter.
Okay.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I always have to make things more difficult.
So I did try to shoot a lot of it with my phone. I haven't edited it together because my thought was to try and make like maybe a little short out of it, but just. For me, the issue I was having with doing laser cutting of foam, laser cutting of foam was the curling that kept happening, and that became so quick and easy. And I have to cut my foam down to fit inside of my laser cutter, the one I like to use, right? It's got a housing, so I have to cut it down to fit inside of that anyway. So I didn't care that I'm making my pieces smaller.
You have a size limit anyways.
Yeah, I had a size limit
within
anyways.
Your limit, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just you could watch it happen, how quickly it happened. And the fun thing is, once I put the piece of MDF into the oven at 250 degrees, 240 degrees, somewhere in there, I think it was 50 actually, that piece of wood heats up, and all of a sudden your kitchen smells like your attic in summer, or it smells like a barn.
Well-ventilated area.
It just smells like hot wood. The foam is in there for such a short amount of time, I didn't smell the foam. But when I was doing this, I had the wood in there for over an hour, And yeah, it totally smelled like a hot attic or a hot barn because it just smelled like that hot wood smell. But for anyone who's trying to either get their foam to be perfectly flat because they want to cut it for their projects at home, or for those of us that love to laser cut everything, yeah, 250 degrees, say 250, doesn't matter what the thickness of the foam is. 2 millimeter up to 11 millimeter foam is what I had to work with.
But let it cool.
But let it cool, yeah. The 10 millimeter foam, I think it was 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half, and it was flat. The 2 millimeter foam, did I say the thing? The thin foam took like 30 seconds. The thick foam took like not quite 2 minutes. I think I got my numbers messed up in there.
Yeah. So
but
instead of a heat gun, you have a heat oven.
Yeah, I just used the oven heat, and it worked great.
You know what's interesting is the guys in the pops department at my work, they have an oven.
Yeah,
for
I
that
bet they
exact
do.
purpose.
For that exact right.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Warble it
And
too.
every
You
once in
heat
a
the
while they
Warble
use
up.
it to heat their food, and they
Yeah.
laugh because it's like, we got an oven.
We got an oven, yeah. So no, it was just really cool to me how well that worked, how quickly that worked, how
You can even mold it over like a face mask.
yeah, you totally could.
Like, you can really add texture, you can
Well,
add shape, you can really...
Yeah, Scott Pope, a friend of
Even solid
SKS
heat,
Props,
yeah.
was using his vacuum former with 2 millimeter foam to get, details that he put onto whatever his costume was for getting, I don't know, it was like half skulls or
It's
something.
like when you used your car to
Yeah.
make the Captain America
Exactly.
shield shape. It's the abundant heat.
It's abundant heat. Yep. So, just FYI for anyone who's really pissed off at how curled their foam is, that
You can bake it. Odin Bakes.
Yep.
Somebody says I would... Where does it
Here's-
say? Odin
here's
Bakes.
the
I'd
same.
buy that shirt too.
Here's the same piece of 10 millimeter foam that I've back rolled in order to make it relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is also arguable that, like, if you're in higher heat areas, you could lay it out in the sun, and that should happen too. Like, if I was to lay foam down on the hood of my car on a really hot sunny day, or if like I was in Arizona, it would probably do the same thing. But
You also have to have the cooling phase.
You also
It's
have the cooling
heat
phase. Yeah.
And cooling together. You got to set your curls. I mean, you got to.
No, you're right. You got to set your anti-curls. So when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you got something set up for it to cool on that's going to keep it flat. And yeah, the first couple pieces, like she saw the distortion, that was me picking it up and carrying it across the kitchen to lay it down on the table. Later on, I would bring the platter to the foam, transfer it, and that reduced the amount of warping in that corner. But it totally worked. It was easy to do. It was never so hot that I had to use a mitt. I could just grab it with my fingers.
But don't grab it with your fingers.
But don't grab it with your fingers. 200 degrees is enough to burn you, but it wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it'll leave spots. I wasn't worried about you. I was worried about the foam.
Oh, the foam, yeah. Good enough. And yeah.
I mean, never mind.
So for those of us that want to foam craft and feel that curve is a problem, yeah, that worked so well. It was amazing how well that worked.
Easy bake oven.
Yep, easy bake oven.
Let's see. We've been ignoring the chat.
We have been ignoring the chat.
Jay Robinson says, week 9,000 of the never-ending Ghostbusters project.
Yeah, basically, it's just a total talk stream. Sorry, guys,
It's
but
okay. We don't have a project to work on next. Maybe we should vote on it.
right, we had
We have a Halloween stream coming up.
We have a Halloween stream coming up, and I remember talking to Adaptable Gamers and Hire for Hire yesterday about that. So, actual Halloween is on a Friday this year. The Sunday beforehand, I catch a plane.
Okay.
And I may not have the energy and the ability to do a stream and catch a plane.
No worries. Fair enough.
Because they're right after each other. Like, I got to leave at like 2 to catch my plane.
So it would be the Sunday after?
So it's either the Sunday after, or it's the Saturday, or it's the Sunday before.
Okay.
Somewhere
Just let
in
me
there.
know which one.
And then
Let them know.
Yeah, let them know. And then somewhere in there is Lodi-Con, but that's only Saturday.
Okay.
So I think that's the week before. But yeah, so we do have a Halloween stream coming up, and I know we talked about a fun, goofy project with that, which I
Yeah.
talked to those at Datul about. They thought that was an interesting idea.
I always have ideas.
Yeah.
Whether we should do them.
And something else that came up on Reddit, it's been a lot of fun. I haunt Reddit a lot. and somebody had their own original character, which had basically a mask-style yellow suit. I mean, it wasn't, but as a descriptor, that Tex Avery yellow zoot suit. But then the character had a pumpkin head. So it was a big jack-o'-lantern for a head. And it was just, okay, so this is my character. I know nobody knows it, but how would I go about making the head? And people throwing out all sorts of ideas. I mean, literally, you can just carve a pumpkin if you're going to do it for one night.
Yeah.
My dad's done that.
Pumpkins are heavy, but if you wear a baseball cap in them, it gives you the support so you can see.
Oh, okay, good.
Just FYI, as somebody who has worked in a costume shop, when you have big mascot heads and they're not quite fitting right, a baseball cap does wonders because it just keeps the face where it needs to be. And sometimes you can wear them backwards, or they have like construction hats. A baseball hat has been wonderful.
Okay.
Just FYI, if you're gonna put a pumpkin on your head,
yeah,
you might want some support, and they're heavier than they look, so thin it out. But they also make foam pumpkins at craft stores, but they're not necessarily cheap.
No, they're not. And then there's
paper mache,
or doing the duct tape pattern and making a pattern off of a real pumpkin and making it out of foam.
Yeah, foam pumpkins.
Yeah, making it out of EVA foam, right? So anyway. It was a fun thing to talk about. And it's like this, do I want to make a pumpkin? It's like, nah,
But, yeah, so we have ideas.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. Because I don't want to commit.
Right, no, I don't want to commit.
Like,
I brought up some big elaborate things, but it's like, yeah, I don't want to do big elaborate. We just finished a couple of big elaborates, so.
Right, but then after this project, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Eventually. Hey, the button's missing. This guy's here, though. The eventually.
Oh, the eventually button's moved. Right. There it is. Somebody hit it the other night.
Oh, it exists.
Yeah, it's here.
Eventually.
Thank you, Dan.
Apparently, SKS Props has a pumpkin pattern, but...
Oh, do they have a full pumpkin pattern? I know he's carved pumpkins, but I didn't know if he made a pumpkin pattern.
I feel like pumpkin patterns are completely doable.
Oh, totally.
Like, I feel like there's fabric ones, there's paper ones, there's lots of fun ones that you can...
Yeah.
Lots of holiday fall crafts.
No.
I'm totally for it. I like crafting. It's the gateway drug.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do that. In my head, I can do anything.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Oh yeah, the Captain Hook hat.
Oh yeah, we said
FYI, since the shop has moved, it's in pure chaos and where things ended up.
Right, we wanted to make
the But that is a finishable project.
That is a finishable project. I do still have the feathers. They are safe. They are in a tube.
I even have a Tinkerbell costume.
So they might actually be in that box in a tube. But yeah, right. You have a Tinkerbell costume. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. So we talked about doing that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to do a little photo shoot with our packs when they're done.
Yep.
Dun.
Dun.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Jason Robinson says he could have the literal Proton pack from the movie and still think it's inaccurate and needs fixing. Yep.
And you're not wrong, because there were many different packs, and so depending on what scene you're looking at, the details could be different. That's something I saw with the goggles I talked about on the last stream. It had to be pointed out to me, but I ended up seeing it as well. When they were doing their on-location shoots in New York City, the goggles had extra knobs that are not present in the studio shoots that happened in LA.
Okay.
There are pieces and greebles that are missing between the two.
Yeah. Advocate says, Odin, you're a little too tough to be saying you can grab hot foam. Remember, the real inspiration is the Hellboy comic. I was like, it's flipping tortillas.
It's flipping tortillas, yeah.
Louis Cossey, pumpkin from Hobby Lobby. Richard Stowe, foam pumpkin might work. You can use those.
All that was brought up. This was all on Cosplay Help or Cosplay
Props.
We
were still talking to because I've been ignoring these.
No, it's okay, and they're all different.
Yes, a hard hat. We've had those inside of things. Yeah, those are really great.
Hard hat is a way of helping support a mascot head or a larger headpiece.
Which version of Hook? Oh, that would be the cartoon one.
Yeah.
Of Captain Hook. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got us a couple of white and a
Peter
pink.
Pan.
Yeah.
Dan does pan.
Dan does pan.
Okay. Sorry about asking about Captain Hook. I just don't want to annoy you guys by keep asking. Honestly, forgot about it.
No, it's great because I know you
We
bought the
moved.
feathers.
Like, his life has completely changed. I broke my foot. Lots has happened just between here and now. Like,
Right.
oh my gosh. And
Hi, Bean. Yeah, it's almost 2. Bean's like, dude, I'm done running the cameras.
Shadowlands Radio. I'm looking into adult swim lessons for getting stronger as a swimmer in order to swim in my 2 mermaid tails. I know. I've looked up tutorials of how to do mermaid tails, silicone ones. Remember, I helped.
You did the one. So Beyond Geek is working on a series of videos about mermaid, and this started years ago, and that project isn't really dead, but there's a certain amount of he's still trying to get it wrapped up. And you made a full tail for Joe to perform in.
Yeah, those were fun. I love mermaid tails. I'm obsessed. I did the...
Yeah, that was 2019 when he was doing it at a pirate fair.
Yeah, and then I made Little Mermaid seashell bra.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a video on my channel if you wanted to see that. Made it out of foam. First time I used a laser cutter.
Yeah.
Made some marshmallow puffs.
Made some marshmallow puffs.
We toasted some marshmallows.
Found out the white foam doesn't... it dissipates the light of the laser more, so it burns and smolders more than
it's different than
it doesn't
dark
cut.
foam,
Yeah.
and you
the
have
dark
to
foam
change
cuts
the settings.
so much better.
Yeah. But anyways, I got to play with fire.
Yeah.
Fire. But fun problems. Yeah, there's always things we could be working on.
Oh, there's tons of things we can be working on. There's
Yeah.
stuff I get inspired on all the time.
Right. I still have bits and pieces from the Pink Power Ranger because we have that intro that was just fun.
Yep. I'll use more of that. Hi, Bean.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we've started a few projects, but, like...
Even if it was just mentally, we've started a few projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I forgot about the Captain...
That's one we
Hook
talked
hat.
about
That
doing.
one's super simple. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just this, you
Sounds
know.
great. Yeah.
Your oven technique might be perfect.
Might.
Especially if we, base the curve, heat the curve into it.
Okay.
So we get the right...
Right, and the other thing I've seen, so if you're going to heat the foam, like say we're doing Captain Hook's hat, Captain Hook, different guy, Captain Hook's hat, and we want to put the curve in a foam, and in the cartoon it looks like the hat's 4mm or 6mm thick. Say it's 6mm thick. So we take a piece of 6mm foam, cook it, and get the shape. Great, it's perfect until you put it in the car, and now it's heated up and it'll droop.
Yeah.
But if we take 2 pieces of 3mm foam and get them to have the same shape and glue them together, now we have 2 different pieces of foam with a slightly different radius, and it's a lot stronger than just the single piece of heated foam.
Question. When you're actually in real millinery work and you're using buckram, you would line wire around the edges. So
Totally
you'd put a
doable.
wire edge and then you'd glue it in. So I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, totally doable.
'Cause
That's what I did to Brooke's hat, I think, because I put wire in it.
Like a little wire edge. Even a stupid wire hanger.
No,
Yeah,
totally.
but a wire
it's
around the
not in
brims,
here. I
and then
recently-
it can stay and be adjustable. But agreed with the. This you gotta smoosh it and you gotta smoosh it so it smooshes.
Right, and you got to put the right amount of stuff in it to help you smoosh it.
Yeah,
Hold the smoosh.
and what's really nice about fabric and different materials is you can layer different materials together, get the properties of all the different materials you want.
The fact the camera does this, I think, is another mental block for me
That it keeps
shooting.
booping and booping.
Yeah, because that would just ruin the shoot for me, and I wouldn't be able to get past it and edit.
Yeah, but we're live.
But we're live,
You
so
ain't touching
fine.
this thing. You don't even
Nope.
watch the stream when it's over.
Nope.
Like pretend it didn't exist. Go to.
Yep, time to go to bed. Yep.
Yeah. Shadowlands Radio says, mine are fabric tails, not getting silicone tails until I'm a much stronger swimmer. Yeah.
That's,
Smart.
very smart.
Ours were fabric ones that I ended up
Yeah.
making, but I did look into silicone because it's pretty.
And
scale mail. Remember? We were looking at scale mail because the foam, it just made logical sense, like that knitting the scales. And even just doing it out of laser cut vinyl.
Yeah.
Then it's the right color and texture and it can be waterproof. Scale mail. I want to make a tail out of scale mail. And that was the original why I started with the seashell bra, was because I ultimately want to do a scale mail mermaid tail, but I want to use Benedi's scale mail.
Yeah.
The dragon one. I thought that was super cool.
Dragon scale stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they're just funs.
Yeah, fun, right.
I don't have the funs yet, and I got a little setback.
Details.
Eventually.
Part of the stuff doing Beyond Geek with Joe Gillis, we got to go to the dive bar in Sacramento, which is still an active bar that has a mermaid tank. There's a huge tank that goes over the bar itself, so it's up above.
I love sitting
and
watching
they have
mermaids.
performers with mermaid tails in the tank, and they've all got silicone tails, if I remember right.
They're really pretty.
And the other fun thing that we found out from them, because they're in a saltwater tank with real fish, they can't have synthetic hair because it'll hurt the fish and gum up all the pumping equipment.
Yeah.
They can only have human hair wigs or their own hair, and then it's very limited on what cosmetics they can use for the same reason.
Makes sense.
And then when they're swimming, if I go back and look, I've got some footage on my phone, but yeah, the fish will come up in school with them. You know how there's like little fish that come up next to the shark and swim along next to it? Yeah, the fish totally do that in the swimming tank with the mermaids. It's awesome.
I love little fishies that have personalities.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
So, yes, mermaid dreams. Eventually, they will come true.
Dive bar in Sacramento. It was really cool because we got to go behind the scenes. I got to go up into the changing rooms where she was showing us where the tails were, how they would hang them out to let them dry, and the techniques they would use to have to get into them. Because same thing, they couldn't. Whatever you use,
they don't stretch.
They don't stretch. Whatever you use to lube it up so you get into the tail had to be okay to be in the tank with the fish, and on and on and on and on. And we talked about how we were going to put cameras in the tank because they were working on giving Joe permission to swim in the tank. And then in the middle of all this, ownership changed. Everyone went, "No, we never talked about that. Go away." All right.
Right.
Yeah.
But still fun to make him a pretty tail.
Yeah.
Yes, and he did go to the Mermaid Festival too.
He went to the Mermaid Festival, and then the same for Mermaid group went to the Pirate Festival, and they set up a pool with the heating unit and circulator, so the mermaids could swim, and they had a little bridge that went over the pool, so people could, interact and pet and feed the mermaids.
A human zoo.
Yeah, it was a human zoo, totally was, but it was cool.
They had
It was
one
neat
of those
seeing
at
it behind
the
the
state fair
scenes.
once.
Okay.
Not the state fair, but
There was a fair or other thing you went to that had a human zoo.
no, I worked at a costume shop, so I knew of all the weird parties. But at the
Oh,
Cal
okay.
Expo, Fright Nights or whatever
Oh,
version
okay.
of their Halloween thing, they had a human petting zoo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not.
That could go wrong in so many ways so quickly.
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that, but I went.
Okay.
I dressed a lot of people who went to that event.
All right.
It was a fun thing to costume.
Oh, I bet.
I dressed a lot of people for a lot of things, but you said human zoo. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember I dressed
that's
people up for
right.
one of those.
Any fun last minute comments?
Logistics specialist says Silicone Tales. There's a number of merfolk who also work the historical reenactment community, so you'll see some of the same mermaids.
Yep.
And then Louis Cossey says, why are there mermaids but no butlers? LOL.
Oh, funny.
Mermaids and merbutlers.
Merbutlers. Okay. There are mermen.
Joe was a merman.
Yeah.
A merman.
Merfolk.
Merfolk.
But yeah, no good maids and butlers.
Yeah, I want to meet them at SeaWorld San Diego. Yeah. The place Sequest up in Roseville.
Folsom.
Folsom. I went there and they have mermaids, but they didn't have mermaids when I was there.
Oh,
But
okay.
they
I thought they were closing.
they got new ownership and they changed their name.
That's good.
And
Because the old ownership, yeah, they
was
need to do
a little
that.
unethical. I
Yeah.
don't know. But it was fun going and seeing all the fishies, and
Okay,
it was
good.
very interactive. They had very like fishies that interact with people, which is really interesting. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're
That'd be fun to go check out.
yeah. Anyways, I did it a few weekends ago, and it was quite fun.
Okay.
Done a lot of things since our last live stream. I was like, that was
We-
fairly
we were-
recently, but a little while ago.
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Yeah, got
that
to see
was
a
all good.
capybara there too.
Oh, that's cool.
You
Saw a capybara at the state fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, capybara don't care.
No, not,
No, they don't. They're great.
right. I also went to the premiere for the movie I worked on.
Right, you did do that.
Yeah, I went all the way to Hollywood just as spur of the moment because I got invited. Because when you get invited to a Hollywood premiere, you go.
Especially if you're part of the crew. And this was just last week.
Yeah, the cast and crew. It was literally so. I took off Thursday and Friday from works because it was on Friday, and I found out like the week before.
Right.
And I was like, well, I want to go. Let me just throw it in and see if I can. And I ended up going and
Yeah.
had a whole doggy vacation with Bruno. We went to the doggy beach, hung out.
That's cool.
I went to the premiere. It was super fun. I was like right underneath the Animaniacs tower. Like that's
right. And
like,
they're at Warner Brothers. Yeah.
On the Warner Brothers lot in Berkeley. It was really cool. And I got to go Burbank.
You said Berkeley.
You're right. It was Burbank.
Burbank down in LA, not Berkeley up by San Francisco. It's
yeah.
Okay. Took me a second. It's like Berkeley. Oh, Burbank.
Burbank, yeah. I don't know. It was like interesting to put the coordinates into the GPS to get there, but it was super fun, and I actually got to run people that I worked with on the art department.
That's cool.
So I knew 2 people there because I'm
cool.
like, I know nobody. I worked on this project. I was on Sacramento crew. But what's really cool is that I can see Sacramento all over it. Like when you watch the movie, it's Sacramento. I'm like, oh, I know where that is. I know that. Like that's.
And this is the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And
it's One Battle After Another.
One Battle After
it actually
Another.
has a name now, as opposed to whatever.
That's right.
Because I signed an NDA and I didn't ask questions, and then I got to see the movie and they all made sense. I was like, oh, that's the cages. That's the red flags. There's the bank blowing up that I got to help with.
That'd be fun.
There's the house I had to pick the color and get the things, and it was the last minute. Yeah, and the phone in the hotel room needed to have a generic, non-branded label, you know.
Oh, right.
Because at the hotels, you know how they have like the Hilton and they have all the numbers and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I had to make that sticker and
Okay.
make it unstickable, but also be the thing. You know, like all those stupid little details that I got to work on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
we
I
need
did that.
this. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, totally would have never seen the movie on my own, honestly. That's not a Felicia movie.
Right. All good.
But I thoroughly enjoyed going, oh, I did that. I saw that. I helped with that. You know, like.
And now you have another IMDb.
I'm credited.
Yeah.
My name's in the credits. Like, yes.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It's just like sometimes I never celebrate. Like, I've done a lot of things, but I just don't take the time to celebrate that we did it. You know, like.
Yeah.
Every Smosh episode, every commercial, every weird project, every music video.
But that's kind
like
of a grind,
stress,
so it's just the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the next one, and it's. But it was fun to like just celebrate. I did this. I didn't do it on my own or anything like, but just I got to be part of it, and it was fun to do that. So I got to do that, and then, that was Friday. We drove back. I saw my sister Saturday morning. Got to have food with her, like breakfast with her. It was really nice. I miss her. She's down in Southern California, so I only get to see her when I'm going down for random projects, and it usually gives her no notice, and she still makes a point to come see me, which I love her. And then drove home all Saturday, and then Sunday, I was a lazy baby. Like, I just sat in bed and did absolutely nothing. And then Sunday night, like at 8 o'clock at night, I was just going to go downstairs to get some dinner, and that's when my foot pops, and I haven't been to work since. And I was just like, I swear, I didn't just...
You have X-rays you can send to work.
No, I did. The thing is,
I really hurt myself. Really.
The thing is like my boss and the people I work with know exactly, like their rehab department. They were like, "Oh, that's a big owie, not a little
That's
owie."
a little owie, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "You have a big problem." So they understood
That's good.
like what I'm going with. I just haven't been in since there, and I'm like, I swear I didn't go take off work, diddle daddle around, and then break my foot while I was out and about. No. It was literally just going down the stairs for dinner.
Uh-huh.
That's all it was. I bound down the stairs, hit the landing, because my stair goes straight down into a wall, and so you have to turn to go into the room.
Right.
And that pivot of me just pivoting,
Wow. Like that.
it was just such a thing I do on a normal basis. Like, it is just my regular peppy gait, I guess you could say that, and my bone just went... and decided it was no longer going to be one piece, it was going to be two. And so like literally like things were going normal, and then it was okay, things have to change for a minute. But
I laugh, but
yeah, so anyways, that's how I broke my foot, is I literally just went down the stairs with too much pep in my step. Like, I didn't fall down the stairs, it was nothing. It was literally just how I skipped through the world. So, I'm fragile. I'm delicate.
Yeah.
I didn't choose this life, but... Anyways. Museum Day. Felicia is a casted crew. Yes, I'm a casted crew.
You're a casted crew.
Louis Cassie wants to know if you're going to make goggle kits. Eventually.
Yes, absolutely want to make goggle kits.
And Vixen says, oh wow, isn't that a period film set in the past? Oh,
Yep.
My ride's
It's
here.
your ride. All right.
Hey, are you here? All right, I'll be on in a
All
little
right.
bit. See you in 2 seconds. All right.
And with
Because
that,
I can't drive. I just got it.
I want to thank you all very much for joining us and hanging out with us today. I know it's been a lot of stories and very little
No building, but
progress.
hey, it's built.
But it's built.
We're not doing for diddle daddling.
Yeah,
We
stickers
have
went on.
two.
Get out of the way
Sorry.
for you.
There you go.
So,
All right.
yeah.
I'll trade spots because I know you have to come over here.
Yeah, it's all good. But thank you all. Look, she's got crutches. It's real, folks. Thank you all for joining us. Be back in 2 weeks for sure. I don't know if I'll be flying solo or not. We'll find out then. But,
Right. Who knows what will happen between now and then.
Right. But I'll be doing something. Hopefully, maybe by that time I'll find the V-hooks. No promises.
Oh, hi, Bean. I'm tripping over him.
But thank you all very much for hanging out with us. Hopefully I'll get a short made about how to bake your foam in the oven. And yeah, I need to make more kits, and I need to make an instruction video on how to put the kits together. Thank you all for joining us. I will see you again in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye now. End stream. And...